bless you.
Bless.
Flash.
Bless you.
Yeah. You gonna do that?
So they weren't open.
We live,
you.
yo.
No.
We live, I
Y'all
swear.
here
Why
live?
would I tell you that?
I
Back.
hope they got in there.
We live. We live.
All right.
We live. Pull up
About to
the.
pull. I'm about to pull up the.
Yo, you see like a little bit of my head in just the full background.
You want me to zoom in?
Wait, hold on. The fuck is
You,
that?
you want me to zoom in?
Nah, you good. Yo, but I gotta flex one time. Hold on.
You got chat there.
Yo, you picked your nose, my guy?
So I can't like itch my nose. The fuck?
Ah, yo, you was just like digging the fuck up in that shit.
I already
You about to
see
go
what it's
outside
about to
and
be,
scratch my
baby.
nose?
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Digging my
that shit was
nose?
like,
Ricky already on his mess
fam, he
here.
was like this. And then said, I
You act like you ain't never did that in your whole life.
Not in the live stream.
Not pop, dog. Learn.
Shit, that shit.
They gonna cook you for that shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Yo, chat, we live. One in the chat if you can hear us, if everybody sound good. One in the chat, baby. Let us know. We live. Man, I can't even be like 2-3 minutes late before the comments come in like, oh, they late again. Like, y'all know what time it is, man.
And that's how it always is. We always 5 to 10 minutes.
Chase,
late.
give me
Square
one
my
second.
life.
Give me 1 second.
Man,
Tom.
5 to 10 minutes, that's light. I'd have been 2 hours. I'd have been 2 hours late. One time I accidentally scheduled a stream and didn't know, and people was waiting for like 4 hours. And I never showed up, yo. I'm sorry. I'm still sorry. I never meant to.
Where the white women at?
Where the white women at? Shout out to the squad in here. Dre Buckets, DeAndre Shepard, Fatal. What up, Fatal? Hey. Childish
KZ put
Rockhaga
two
in
the
here.
chat just to be.
Of course. Slim the Bad Guy, Carlos Shane Jr., Gerard Taylor, Barry, get out the chat. Timothy Blue.
Hey.
Daniel Roberts, what up? Mods, do y'all business, but don't get butt naked nasty. Don't get crazy in there. Y'all donate. Y'all blocked a donator one time, like,
That's cold blooded.
yeah. Like, but I let let them have their own discretion. So if you get blocked by them, unless it was an accident, then you just got blocked, fam. We don't really undo the mods' work unless they tell me to undo it. So just be good, man. What up, Bankroll? Hey, Mark. We gotta run another fade though. Mark owed me another one after that embarrassing that 2 games ago. You know what he did.
He beat you?
He didn't just beat me. He whooped my ass, yo. That shit was crazy.
Yo, I'm back.
We playing MLB. Look, and I'm playing MLB. This is the word. Look, you're a YouTuber. Y'all, unless you're a YouTuber, you will never know this feeling. Look, I'm playing MLB. This is like a few days ago, and I've been doing a lot better. But sometimes I run into somebody that's just unreal. So I run into this dude, and I'm sorry I don't know what his name is, but he watches the show. I added him after the game. I'm playing him. Yo, this dude is a beast. He whooping my ass. So I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't quit or nothing. But he played straight up, so we finished. It was a bear. I think he beat me like 8-1 or something. I was like, oh my god. So the game over, right? Usually, when you get your ass whooped, that's just it. You know what I mean? But then you get that message, and they like, yo, I love you. I love your videos. I'm like, yo, you gonna watch my shit and whoop my ass? So I added him and shit. But yeah, like when you get, I remember Ricky, you got a message.
Hit you with the drive-by, said he loved you and left.
No, I got a message saying
Ricky got the
corny.
the corniest, man. Them two, I love 2K like as a unit, but like the community unreal, and some of the people like not the YouTubers, but some of the people that I watch is just like that's how you talk though.
They're like gang, you can't fuck with Juju and who? I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
he said, what did he say? He said, oh, you running a such and such and such and such. That's a nightmare. I'm like, man, shut up, man. That's,
Sound like a corny Yu-Gi-Oh battle that we're about to have. I was like, yo, get that goofy shit out of here, bro.
Speaking of shit like that, you seen Death Note dude said, I'll take a potato chip and eat. I'm like, yo, how y'all put... I'm I'm like, how they put the epic music on that line? That shit didn't even make sense, though. I'll take a potato chip and eat. Like, what?
No, bro, it's worse when they have the epic like sound effects, but nothing happens. They just turn their head or something. I'm just like, yo, what was the point of that build up?
They stayed doing that.
So
Shout out to Lady Infamous getting the donation party started. She said, "Grown woman gaming in the building." We gonna get her channel
What up,
together.
lady?
I had to give her some YouTube tutelage. Prophecy, I got you.
Tutelage.
Prophecy's internet is fucked up, and he added his company, his internet provider, on Twitter, and
They responded, yo.
hey, Dirty Nuggets, facts, yo.
Who?
Yo, whoever asked me to take my hat off, I gotta go watch that Oculus video. The body's all the way out for the whole video. The shit out. All right, you know what? It might be about that time. How many people we got in here? We got 260. And make sure if you're in here, you tweet the stream out. This is GMG episode 169. Prophecy internet is fucked up. We're going to hold it down. Maybe if his internet come back, he'll hop on. We'll get the 5 boxes ready to go. We got a brand new guest. I was smooth until I fucked up right there. We got a brand new guest. A brand new guest. White Boy Quentin. Say what's up.
What's good, people? Thank you for having me on. I'm watch the show regularly, so it's glad to be here, glad to be on. Thank you for having me.
Right, you got the Secret Service, one earpiece in. Yo, is that from the PlayStation? Is that the PlayStation?
No.
Okay, because Sony gave everybody a single earbud.
My second earbud is right here.
Oh, all right, bet, yo. 'Cause I remember people was defending PlayStation giving everybody the single earbud, yo. They like, it's just to hold you over to a win, to the second piece.
At least they didn't pull a Nintendo. We have to buy a whole nother console as a headset.
Didn't they just say they're supporting wireless headphones?
They are. We're gonna get to that shortly. But yeah, you basically had to set up the Switch like it was an Elgato with all them pieces.
Oh,
shout out to Garner. Let me read your message first, yo. Yo, I gotta read this. All right, yo, you ain't gonna be disrespecting Mike. Hey, Tyler, I gotta holler at you, yo. I'm behind. I owe you. I'm supposed to help you with something, bro. Garner, his donation message says, "What is the difference between Michael Jackson and a grocery bag?" He said, "One is made of plastic and is dangerous for children to play with. The other is used to carry groceries, yo."
That's fucked up, yo.
Yo, man.
Garner.
Yo,
Garner be cooking it.
Yo, he do.
Can't be disrespect to Michael Jackson like that, though.
Mike gonna get this disrespect though. I remember I ain't gonna do it, but Barry.
Just say it, man. Nah, you gotta say it now since you just mentioned it. What happened?
Can't do it, man. I ain't gonna do it, man.
I remember he was on South Park.
I went prone, yo. Go ahead, Barry. Introduce yourself and explain to them why you have this picture up that you do. There's 2 Rickies right now.
If you haven't noticed,
Fucking kept it, bitch.
If you haven't noticed, the guy in the top right looks like the guy in the bottom. That's because that's little Munchkin. That's Ricky, young Ricky in the building, and old Ricky. But I'm glad to be back. Let's do it. Let's talk games. Let's do it.
And then we're gonna swing it over to Ricky, who wanted to zoom out all the way so we could see his whole collection and all the stuff in his room. Like, I see what you doing. You ain't have to show us everything,
Bruh.
All right, move back down, bro.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm glad to be back. You know what I'm saying? I'm at E3. You know what I'm saying? Look, wait, got this shit lit.
By the way, last week we didn't do a podcast, but we live streams for Fortnite. What I want to try to do is, if we can get through the topics, we ain't got to rush through, but we could try to get through them at a decent time. If we ever have a shorter show, we could play a game at the end of the live stream on the same stream and shit. I think that's a good idea. Like, and we out here killing these bugs, though. You know what I mean? You see that?
You've been dealing with them fruit flies.
Yo, you better get
forever, yo.
you fucking murderer.
Forever, yo. I'm tired of these bitches. They done came. Yo, can you move back, though? V for Vendetta?
Every video you out here trying to swat out a fly.
Yo, all day.
Every video.
All day. Matter of fact, drop a like for that goddamn fruit fly that we just killed, yo. Cause we gonna slaughter
Pour
these.
one out for the home.
Man, hey man, them things is real.
Yo, yeah, Barry seen it. It's not a game.
Them problem.
I don't know where they come from. I don't know why they here. It ain't like I don't even throw food in my garbage can. Some of you nasty people throw food in your bathroom garbage and shit. You don't do that. Food goes in the kitchen garbage. You don't throw food in the bathroom garbage. Anyway, let's get the party. Let's get the topic started right away. Visceral Games has been shut down. I seen people like, oh my God. I mean, I don't like when studios close because obviously that's just one franchise that's basically going to be that may never see the light of day again. And this happened. Everybody got a franchise that was made by a studio that's closed, and either the franchise never came back or somebody else took it over and it was straight up ass. So Visceral more recently did Dead Space 3 and they did Battlefield Hard Buns, and they closed.
So let me just say that they're in video game heaven alongside. Let me read some of the studios they closed: Origin Systems, Bullfrog Productions, Westwood Studios, Mythic Entertainment, BioWare, and Maxis, Kesme, Pandemic Studios, and DreamWorks Interactive. So yeah, EA be out here closing these studios.
They ain't got time for that. Pandemic Studios is a studio I remember because they did that game called The Saboteur, however you pronounce it.
Saboteur, whichever one.
Whatever one.
BioWare.
Whatever. It's your world, Ricky. Whatever, bro. Yeah, BioWare they're closed? No.
Yeah.
It's and they was working on a Star Wars game, so I don't know.
Anthem.
No,
that game Anthem.
Yeah, BioWare's not closed.
No. There's another sub thing of BioWare that they closed.
All right.
Oh.
But they said throughout there's a wider EA, a bunch of wider EA presence, whatever, are gonna help work on the Star Wars title. No,
that's what they said.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it'll make it better.
Rare. The old Rare.
The old Rare. These new dudes is ass. Yo, I hate when people when the studio closed. People be like, oh, man, that's so messed up. Like, yo, you ain't bad at game. That's why they closing, bro. Yeah, I'm tired of people talking about stuff when things go away and you ain't supporting it. Y'all need to support the shit while it's here. That way it'll stay here. So if you really was a Dead Space person, I hope you bought all 3 of the Dead Spaces. Chances are a lot of people did, but not enough people. That's why this shit got down. The studio closed. That hard line, I wasn't fucking with that though.
I didn't really. What's weird is I didn't really mind it, but it definitely wasn't on my top Battlefield games. It wasn't. It was just fun to play as arcade.
Crashing that game. That game got fucking killed.
Did you get it?
BioWare is on edge though.
I didn't buy it. I don't normally play first-person shooters because I'm not good at them, so I don't buy them. Because if I play them, I'm just gonna get fucking destroyed, and I don't feel like doing that.
Okay, so you want to just get on and you want to beat people and get off, so you don't even get on that. Shout out to Cheetah Lee, $5.13.
Hey.
Why young Ricky look like he keep half eating Jolly Ranchers in his pocket? But for real, GMG versus GI 2018, fam. Just Kale with a donation. Hey Chase, put Drano in the sink to help get rid of flies. Also use vinegar traps in every room to use. Use Dawn detergent, apple vinegar in a cup with saran wrap. Listen, hey Cal, I love you. Thank you very much for your support, your donation. I tried everything. I was joking on the one video. I said the next person that gives me a fruit fly trap link or instructions is getting blocked. I'm obviously not gonna block the person, but I tried it. I got apple cider vinegar specifically to kill these bitches. It didn't work. I killed some of them, but they mating. I don't know how to stop them from mating. I don't know where they at. I don't know where the mating happening, but they mating.
They mating?
They out here mating. These dudes is in my house mating, yo. They mating in the clothes. They mating in the closets. They out here mating, fam. We gotta stop the mating.
That's a new word, bro. They mating. It ain't even like.
They ain't out here. They mating, bro. They mating.
But yeah. Sorry for Dead Space fans. You may or may never see another Dead Space game. You may feel the way I feel about like Metal Gear Solid. Now that I know Kojima's not working on it, I may no longer support the Metal Gear brand ever again.
Look at what they're doing. They're doing the zombies.
Who's buying? Please, You know what? I try not to tell people not to buy stuff. I usually don't do that when it comes to games. But if you care about the Metal Gear franchise,
But what if the game actually ends up being like not even fun of
I
Metal Gear
probably
because
only
of
get the
zombies?
game because I've supported
Don't do
Metal
it.
Gear since the start. Well,
Right.
I've played every console version of Metal Gear. But
just don't do it.
Survive, whatever the fuck it's gonna be called, is probably gonna be fucking atrocious.
It's ass. It looks like
They
Metal
changed
Gear
the
5.
characters. They reskinned the characters to be other people. Look, my only thing is,
Look at his face.
oh me, no, my bad. My thing is like, what if it actually becomes fun just because of it being third-person zombies or survival?
Man, it ain't gonna be. You know what?
They did shit
Don't-
like that before with Left 4 Dead.
No, but Left 4 Dead. Wait, but they didn't. All right, so Left 4 Dead. Wait, Left 4 Dead was third person.
Yeah, or not Left 4 Dead, but what was it? Dead Rising. Wasn't that third person with zombies?
Yeah.
No, but Dead Rising always been about zombies. I'm talking about like you take the franchise away
And make it into a
and
zombie
just
spinoff.
reskinned it just to resell to make money off the name Metal Gear.
But here's my thing: you have a character that you can build off of. Why make it survive? You have a character that you introduced in 2 and tried to continue the series with, and made that fucking boo-boo ass Metal Gear Revengeance or Rising or whatever the fuck it
Oh,
was.
come on, y'all.
Man, that joint
Don't do
ass.
it.
That joint ass.
Oh, that game is not ass, man.
It's not good.
That game is atrocious.
What's bad about it?
I mean,
It literally took from what Metal Gear is.
that's the.
I mean, it was a different genre. It was an action game. It was more action. It was more
That
fast
could have
paced.
been. You know how Snake like falls asleep and you play like a little mini game. It could have been one of them things on there. Yo, I'm tired of these bugs.
I'm tired of y'all shitting on this game, man. Y'all not gonna shit on one.
Vault
Tell
Boy
me-
Tom. He said, shout out to GMG streaming while I'm drawing comics and making the process go a lot faster. Enjoy the fat all. Hey, we'll take that VC. Thank you, bro. My bad. Yo.
Lit.
That's
Thank
what
you,
we
man.
doing with the donations we do buy.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me look at the gaming news again because maybe it could be just kind of quick. I wanted to throw it in there. Can you mind if I throw it in there?
You mind
Oh
if-
wait,
I
never
don't
mind.
mind.
It's it's in here. It's
Okay.
already in the list.
Next up, let's go ahead and move on. We want to try to get through these, try to get through all of these because we do have a lot. I know this isn't real super relevant, but why not like just bring it up for those that still play Battlefield 1. There's a Turning Tides expansion coming out. This expansion is supposed to come out, if I can pull up the date. It's going to come
December.
out between December and early January 2018. There's 6 new weapons, there's a new game mode, and some new maps. It looks like there's going to be 2 maps. Maybe 4 maps? There's a few maps coming out. The only reason I'm even bringing this topic up, Ricky, I see your face even though they can't see it. Like, we is on Battlefield 1, and it was fun for the time. But here's my question. Why did y'all stop playing it? Why did you stop playing it? Why did I stop playing it? Chat, why did y'all stop playing Battlefield 1? I know they still have a player base, but not like obviously like when it first came out. Ricky, why did you stop playing Battlefield 1?
Well, I jumped back on it here and like probably maybe once a month or something like that, or 2 times a month. It depends because I stopped playing because I had nobody to play with. I'd rather play that game with people. Battlefield always been those type of game. Any kind of shooter with teams, you just want to play with your friends or something like that. Like, I don't want to play that game by myself. It's like, no, I play a couple games, get a couple kills, then you get off. I'd rather play that game specifically with a group of people. So I just said, nah, I'm not gonna get on it. Nah.
I know why I didn't play it.
Why you ain't playing?
Because I'm ass in it. I called you up. I was never good.
Damn.
I never was really good at Battlefield. I was okay. I was pretty good at Call of Duty. So
I mean, Quentin, I know you ain't. Did you get it?
I mean, I got it. I got it when it was the free trial days, and I played it, but it didn't. Call of Duty at times has things that will, like, when I'm with friends, that it gets fun and we just do things. We just like randomly fuck around and it becomes fun and you want to keep playing it. I didn't get it. I didn't have any of that when I played Battlefield. I don't know why, but it just didn't keep me. So whenever the trial ended, I just deleted it because I don't plan on buying it.
That makes sense. I know, like, I mean, maybe we had 20, 30, 40 hours maybe played, or I did. And it was dope, but like my problem was they did a good job with trying to nail down the time period. I wasn't rocking with the maps on this game. And really, I felt like this was an opportunity for them to capitalize on Call of Duty's like, you know, their little downtime that we're having a little bit. And this game wasn't the game that was going to allow them to do that. Not because they didn't do a good job, just because this time period takes away from the things that people usually like to do. For example, just even like the small stuff, being able to have certain guns and customize your weapon and all that stuff, but you can't really do any of that stuff on here. Everything is real basic.
This game had me fucked up.
What you mean?
You'd have like 8 medics and only 2 of them would actually pick
somebody
up.
Yeah, that's why you don't play with randoms. Yep, that's one thing I learned. In general, like, it's becoming more and more people are like teaming up online, so it's becoming more annoying to play with randoms because you know there's a good chance that the people on the other team are probably in a party. So when there are 8 medics and they literally all run past you, like, it's like, you know,
and they see you dying, like, and they're a medic and they're like, can you fucking help me?
Nah, I died in dude's arms. He just like, he literally just like, he didn't even try, bro. And I was just like, you just gonna leave me sitting here. But
you know what's the sad part about this game though?
What?
The upsetting part actually is that normally with games, and I'm gonna use COD as the example, you'll just complain that damn, there's not enough content, not enough weapons in the game to unlock, and you just sit back and think like all the challenges, right? Whereas Battlefield 1, you have no choice. You can do the challenges, but it just gets boring because World War One don't have that many weapons.
That's why.
So literally, at what point are we just? That means you're just gonna keep playing the game just to then get kills because there's after that balance of you unlocking a weapon. I remember Travis saying the same thing because I had the same complaint. When you went from level 3 on your weapon tier, whichever class you chose, to unlock the next weapon was level 10. So from level 3 to 10, you really just did nothing but get kills and, you know, grinding for certain shit. I'm like, it got kind of boring. So yeah, World War One, I still like the game, but World War One is still difficult. I give them props though because the game works. People don't really talk down on it. They just say that it's limited with, you know, what's offered in the game. But
and actually, I believe it's so. If not very close to it, it'll outsell Call of Duty this year.
Yeah, it's almost. I think it's at 20 mil.
Y'all sure? I know y'all said that. Like, y'all sure?
No, it's extremely close to like 20 mil sales. But the thing is, remember, dude, let's be clear though. The way video games are now, they count sales with bundles, with buy one get one free. They count it with free if you download. Not only that, with Xbox One and the Origin Access, if you download the game, that's counting. I'm like, really? So they count that as a sale or something like that? When they see the number of downloads that the game got, that's all equated into a sales on thing. So I'm just like, all right. So I see how, you know, some people would try to debate whether or not that's a legit sale or would they just say that's just a download? Because remember, the digital market and the physical market.
I mean, in Battlefield 1 saying that it's downloading more Infinite Warfare, I've heard nothing but bad things about that game. So
that game's
not really saying much.
And that damn game sold millions.
I prefer Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 1, unfortunately. I like the guns and the maps better. The gameplays want to be what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, they play the same for me, but I'm sure, like, the Battlefield vets could probably get more in-depth about it because, you know, I'm more of on the casual side when it comes to Battlefield and Call of Duty now. I don't spend, like, the, you know what I mean, 20, 30, 40 days played like I used to. You might get, if you're lucky, I'll put in 3 days, 4 days played. That's a lot for me right now to play that many hours on these shooters just because I don't really do it much anymore because I play so much other stuff. And it ain't worth it to be annoyed with the people that play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people, they just have to play like that. Zuffy G says you got the pedo mustache, though. For real?
Talk about me?
Yeah.
How the fuck you see my mustache? My shit shaved. The fuck?
Yeah. I didn't see it.
Damn.
But let's go ahead and move on to the next up.
Right.
Hey, yo. I remember I used to do that. Oh, Propsy in here?
Yeah, he's in. He said, right.
I used to do that when, like, people was randomly talking in another language. Like, you just be like, right. I feel what you saying. I had to stop doing that.
Go right.
All right, I'm gonna fix the boxes after this. But Propsy say what's good, bro.
Yo, what up, man? Yo, fuck Spectrum and anything that they represent as a label, company, and staff.
All of that. That's how you
That's
feel.
some ass, bro.
What you
Bro,
eating
sitting
though?
down for 3 hours. I don't even want to tell you what I'm eating, B. It's really disrespectful. I don't even want to give them niggas a shout out like that because it's really not good for my health. But
Just do it for the culture, man. I can't even eat that type of shit now. But please, man, fulfill me.
I'm smashing on these fries, B.
McDonald's?
Yeah, B.
Oh,
Yeah, B.
can't eat that shit, but I can already.
I can't eat it
Bro,
neither,
I'm
but
telling
it's
you,
good.
B, I'm not supposed to. This shit is not good.
I feel you, bro.
Them fries
After
is
4 hours no internet, B. That shit pissed me off.
Yo,
I'm
just
like,
take what's that thing called? All Max or something like that. Just shit it out. Just go ahead.
Whoa.
Just do it.
Okay.
My bad.
Moving on. Goddamn. Rock. Remember, we always talk about like whenever GTA 4 comes up, we usually bring up the fact that the DLC, more specifically, Ballad of Gay Tony, was better than the base game. Generally speaking, a lot of people feel that way. Some people don't. So we just knew when that GTA 5 hit that we was going to see a DLC, maybe with Lamar or something like that. Cause I like Lamar. He really brought something special to the game with his humor and whatnot.
Not to mention he knocked out Ice Cube.
And he knocked out Ice Cube in real life. So it's like he got to get a DLC just for that.
On principle.
People don't know that he be on All Def Digital.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's Sling Johnson.
Oh yeah, Sling Johnson. I thought you were talking about
Well, he's Lamar.
Lamar. No, Michael's character is the one that knocked out. No, Franklin. My bad. My bad.
I thought it was.
My bad.
Oh yeah, it was. It was
Franklin's character.
Yeah,
I always call Franklin Michael. I've been doing that shit the whole time. Anyway, they have explained why we haven't seen a GTA 5 single player DLC, and we're not going to see one. He basically said the single player for 5 was so big and complete that it was 3 games in one, and then with the next gen version, it took them a year to get everything working. So they felt like they wanted to focus more on the online stuff, and with all that coming into play, and then Red Dead 2, they pretty much just never got to doing a standalone or single player DLC. So, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. So anybody that made videos saying leaked information, goddamn GTA 5 single player DLC being worked on right now, you lying. You lying.
Cham Chung was lying.
Yo, don't bring him. My bad. I was about to yell at you. Don't bring him up though. You know what he did. He told me I could play GTA 5 on my PS4, and this was before it came out for PS4, and I believed him when I clicked on that video. He had the disc going into the Xbox One on the thumbnail, and then I'm like, oh shit. Then when you watch the video, you realize it's all a lie, clickbait, the worst kind.
Well, that's how most videos be nowadays, because you look up how to do something, and half of them be just clickbait to get views.
Yeah, yo, the worst is when you click on something like, maybe you're trying to make a new recipe, or you're trying to figure out how to clean something, and you click on that, and they got ingredients that they just know nobody got in their house. Like, I don't have like no vanilla extract in my goddamn shit.
Go in your cabinet, grab 2 stems of parsley.
Yo, fact. Yo, they
go
really
in your
do
own
that.
garden and grab some mint. Like, nigga,
all you need.
Mint right on the.
Like,
man, get out of here.
Damn. Like, why don't you use ingredients that most people already have? The parsley though, that's classic.
Yo,
What's wrong with him though? Hold on, we just got another donation we got to read. We in between segments. I'm gonna go ahead and read this out real quick, one time. Hold up. If you in the podcast watching live right now, we trying to get that 1,000 like. Y'all know that's the goal. We got 300. There's 600 plus people in here. God damn it. Go ahead and drop a like though. Oh God. All right. Garner said, "Yo, I can't do that, Garner."
Can I read it?
No.
Come on, it's part of my heritage. Can I read it?
All right. Oh yeah, you ain't Mexican,
but I'm Hispanic.
Man, you know.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Read it, man.
All right, go ahead.
He said, "What do you call 5 Mexicans at the bottom of a pool? Cinco.
That
What's wrong with it, man?
hellish.
Petty, yo.
Yo, but I was gonna say about GTA 5, fam.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, I
they,
be feeling like this nigga gonna be on racistjokes.com.
He might be.
just be like, all right, this isn't that bad. Let me go. Type this.
he had a bad one the other day, son. I had to like mute my mic.
My bad, Rick. Cut you off.
Cool. I was gonna say for GTA 5, had it been that they were releasing all the DLC and made you pay for it, I would have gave them shit for the single player DLC. But I will say that I think with them bringing out, different modes, different, more content for free, I'm not even mad. I'm not even gonna argue that, oh damn, we couldn't get the single player DLC, because had it been that we seen them charging for it, I would have said, damn, this is such a gimmick. Instead of making a single player DLC, they decided to run with this, online different modes and charge people, but they actually didn't. So I do believe them when they say that they really just didn't get to it, and they felt like it wasn't necessary, and they were working, and they still to this day putting out a lot of content for the multiplayer of GTA 5. And people can't really say, well, they shoving the shark cards down your throat, because they really don't. They put it on promos, they don't really force you to buy it at all.
They give you
one when you buy the actual game.
Well, yeah, no, but the thing, yeah, they do
promotions.
that, but at the same time, they've added different missions, that CEO thing, where you go own your business, and they give you so many different ways. They allow you to earn money in so many different ways. So like at the same time, yeah, they're not even forcing the shark cards down your throat, and I never really heard a complaint about it. So I can't really get mad that they never really came to the player DLC. Although I would have liked to play it, but yeah.
Okay. We're going to read these last two donations. Zeffy G said, when we're going to be able to sponsor. Guys, I've decided that y'all donations are more than enough. I don't want to be getting greedy and jumping out the window with all that. I don't have any problem with other people doing sponsorships, but with all these subscription services, I don't want to add to that. So I won't be doing sponsors. And if I do, and if you could sponsor for 25 cents, I'll turn that shit on if they enable 25 cents. I don't want to do sponsors because we already got goddamn Apple Music, we got Tidal, we got all these Twitch subscriptions, we got goddamn Amazon Prime, Dollar Shave Club, we got all this shit. I will not.
You do?
I'm just saying that's
Dollar Shave Club. Is it lit?
It ain't lit. I don't use it. I tried to sign up.
Damn.
That shit came out to be $40 a month. Fuck dollar. I'm sorry. We're not gonna be doing sponsors. I'm not gonna do sponsors. I do want to get y'all some emotes, but that's the only way. Yeah. Last donation for right now. Nobe said he got to have a talk with me about how John Luke the ending of Evil Within 2 with the audio. Yo, I did, and I ain't see it until today.
Keep it on X Games mode.
Yeah. Look, you know how on Sunny Vegas, when you drag something, it just loops and it goes back to the beginning. Like if you take a song and you keep dragging it, it'll keep playing. It'll start over. It'll repeat.
Yeah.
I accidentally dragged my audio all the way over, and when the ending of the game came on, and it was like that real, like deep cutscene when he was talking to his daughter, the audio from my intro started playing, and it messed up the whole video. And I ain't fixing it either. Y'all just gonna have to rock out with that. So.
Bold.
I didn't know. I gotta fix these boxes. Let me go ahead and. You know what? I can do that in a second. Let me see what else we had on here. Prophecy linked us to Sunset Overdrive. It was a tweet that the company, they were asked if we were going to see a Sunset Overdrive 2, and their response was, we'd love to, but we need to find a publisher to make the game and publish the game.
Are you gonna make it a cross-platform thing?
That's what they need to do. The first game sold 1.6 million units or something like that.
If they do a different publisher, that's more than
not even. What was it? Not even 6 months, a year after it was published, it was already free for consoles.
Yeah, it was free, and it only sold 322,000 a year later.
That's I mean,
who we want to blame?
Again?
Who we gonna blame? I'm gonna blame the people always talking about exclusives and they don't bow.
Oh yeah.
I'm tired of that shit, yo.
And that's the problem. That's part of the problem.
And that was a new IP.
I mean, it was a good idea. It was something that could have been big if it were for all consoles, because it looked fun. It was fun to play. It was a game that you could play and just fuck around and enjoy it and not have to be so like annoyed with it. It was
Right.
but it was just one console. So it didn't sell like it was supposed to, and that fucked the whole thing up.
And it wasn't.
That
See,
game's
it was
You
one
know, that
console.
game that game
Good
might be a
process.
victim of circumstance, B.
It was
like,
on
uh,
Xbox only.
Like Titanfall.
Yep.
That could be what. Like I enjoyed playing Sunset Overdrive, but I don't think it was like anywhere near as big as they were making it out to seem like it was going to be. But that could just be because it was exclusive.
Yeah,
Had this
right.
been on PS4, PC, which is on PC now, but had it been on everything from the rip, even like this could have even came to the Wii U.
Yep.
It definitely could have had a much bigger impact, and it definitely would probably already have a part 2. So I might agree with that. If it was Universal, it might have been more well
I
received.
thought it was a good enough game that it was sequel worthy for sure, and I felt like the game had a good foundation, and it wasn't so good that they wouldn't be able to make improvements for the next one, which is I always feel like that's a key with these games is like when you make a great game, but you know there's still room for them to do even more with the next one. This game is one of those games that I'm not saying it was a great game. It was for me. It was a super fun game. It was an average game, but the fun factor is what did it for me. And
It was fun as soon as this game might have also been a victim of a honeymoon phase because like, when I got this game, Sunset, when I got it's when it just came out. So I was having so much fun on it, playing it, but then like after I got so far and after the other games started coming out, I completely forgot about this game. Like it just kind of went in the back burner and I never heard of it again.
I bought an Xbox for this game. I bought the Sunset Overdrive Xbox One, the white one, for this game because that's how much I wanted it when I first saw it. Now, I mean, I'm not saying it was necessarily worth my Xbox purchase, but the game was dope. But before we move on, I just want to say, like, y'all people that watch YouTubers that do reviews and podcasts and first impressions and all that stuff, cool. But these people that be talking about exclusives all the time and they be comparing PlayStation and Xbox exclusives, or maybe they're pro PlayStation or pro Xbox, and they be talking about exclusives and who got better games. They need to start showing their library. If they don't own at least 6 Xbox exclusives or 6 PlayStation exclusives, they shouldn't be allowed to talk about exclusives no more. Because a lot of people talk about this shit and they don't go out and they don't support the games when they come out, and then that's why we don't get sequels, yo.
There's another one though.
What?
I get mad tired of exclusives.
You get tired of Well, that's because you're actually like 100% in these shits.
Well, here's my thing with that. Like, when I'll give you an example for Kingdom Hearts, the 1.5 and the 2.5 remix. I wanted to see those come out on Xbox because you can then open a group of fan base that you didn't get to have because maybe they were on the younger side and they didn't get to play Kingdom Hearts like I did, and then
go ahead.
You get to open up to a bigger group of people. You probably get more sales out of it, and then you get more people hyped up about the game when it comes out because you have the third one coming out on your system, and when the new one drop in 2018. So why not open that up?
I agree to that to a certain extent because some games just feel right on where they're from, right? So like I would never play Gears of War on PlayStation. That would never happen. I would never play Halo on PlayStation. Like those bring back the memories of you and your friends grinding on those systems.
I agree.
So like newer games, maybe. But like old classic games, I'm perfectly fine with them being, unless they what did they do with Killer Instinct? Like they
put it on PC.
No, I'm saying like unless they completely reboot it. So like if they bring a siphon filter to Xbox One and PS4, that's cool. I'm perfectly fine with that. If they bring if they're gonna reboot the whole thing, but not necessarily like the same game, I don't necessarily want that. Even though the new Kingdom Hearts is coming to Xbox. So that's going to be a testament to what you're saying because the HD didn't, but the newer one is. So
well, but even with that, I agree with your Halo. Like some of those games you can't play on like PlayStation and it feel the same. But games like a Kingdom Hearts, because it's so driven for everybody. Kingdom Hearts is a game that you can give to a 10-year-old and they'd be able to enjoy it. Some of those games, like, because some of their parents can't afford a PlayStation, so if they want to try it, they see it and they think they want to try it, you can't do that because they got it so strict to one console.
Okay, so if there's no exclusives, then
I mean, I get what you're saying.
What would be the reason for
way.
most people to get one platform over the next?
Right.
In your opinion, well, I mean, I'm sure there are reasons, but what would you say?
Well, performance could be a thing, but if I wouldn't say negate exclusives completely, but certain games.
You mean like the timed exclusives, like the Tomb Raiders and shit like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Bring back for
Tomb
certain
Raider
games. It doesn't have
stayed on PlayStation. Shit, GTA would have stayed on PlayStation if it wasn't for that. Resident Evil, like all those games.
Especially like for games such as Call of Duty, we have the exclusive, like PlayStation gets it first. That's just for sales for one side, and I get, you'll get it in 3 months, but it's pointless. Like, I've already lost all excitement because I can watch like 3 videos on it, and I'll be like, fuck it. It doesn't look that good.
What do you mean they get it first?
Some of maps.
PlayStation get maps. Wait, hold on.
Maps and DLC.
So wait, Q, let me ask you a question. Q, did you have a PS3 or an Xbox 360?
360.
So let me ask you a question. Did you play Call of Duty on 360?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So then see this
definitely didn't want to play that motherfucker.
So let me just say this. You guys, well, I'm not gonna say you guys because I'm not gonna label you as just one dude with an Xbox. But what I'm gonna say is, I'm not even gonna complain nor disagree or agree with that because Xbox had the exclusivity with DLC, and I remember a bunch of PlayStation dudes complaining about that. Now I see that PlayStation was able to acquire the exclusivity with maps. I don't agree with this. I don't think any of us really agrees with the DLC exclusivity, but that was going on, and that really started off with Microsoft. But I think on both ends is ass. I don't like it either.
So what you're saying now?
You're completely right with that.
People only complain when PlayStation got the exclusivity deal.
Now it was doing the same thing with it was the same thing with 360. And now people are doing it when PS4 got the.
Because it was also Battlefield. People forget Battlefield 3.
Battlefield was exactly. And the thing is, you don't hear games like Assassin's Creed. People not really complaining about that because that's they haven't transitioned to a different partner yet. They always been a part of Sony. But I can see your complaint as well. My thing is
going back to what you were saying though about exclusivity. Call of Duty was exclusive on Xbox 360 because that PS3 version was nothing. No, the whole game.
Shit was a
PS3 version was
no. What I'll say is that the PS3 version, the sound engines were tuned on Xbox 360. Xbox 360 had the best sound engines for Call of Duty, better frames, everything,
better controller.
That's why I said that shit was exclusive.
Better maps.
Like, wait, I didn't know
which Call of Duty are talking about?
All of them on 360.
All of them.
It way better.
You know what? Because I'm gonna tell you this. I agree with that because back when everybody was on 360, I was one of the few PS3 dudes, like straight PS3, and I remember my boy, like. He had it on 360. I don't know what it was like. It just felt different. It felt more fluent on 360 than PS4.
The connection, the hit detection, I remember playing World at War, and when you drop your atom bomb, whatever that thing was, the Motar shit, you hear a girl crying in the background. PS3, we ain't got that shit. You just hear bombs.
I never even knew that, yo.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I don't care. Like this sounds ass, but like I know that when I went on, because I came from 360, obviously. And when I would go on PS3 and play Call of Duty, I would dominate them niggas, bro. I feel like them niggas was too slow. Like, they wasn't used to the fast-pacedness as niggas was on Xbox 360. Like, PS3 dudes wasn't drop-shotting like that, like they was on Xbox 360. Like, it just felt so easy on 3. Like, that's why I used to hear people say, like, they'd go on PlayStation and play Call of Duty because it was so easy. That's why you see many dudes with 4s and 5s.
But the reality is now, all those people that were on, a lot of those people that were on 360 are on PlayStation. And most people still get the same stats that they had.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that proves that there was a little bit
of... It's also different.
Why?
Yeah, it's also different.
Why is it different?
Now I feel like it's more even. Like, I don't feel like there's a better advantage on Xbox or PlayStation now.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just saying.
Back then, them shits was ass.
They would always say, "Oh, look at him, he's on PlayStation. No wonder." But it's like now, we are all in the same place, and everybody's still getting the same shit. So like,
Yeah.
Some of those people
And-
need to admit that they were reaching at the time.
But not. What I was gonna say was going back to that part where I think I think Prof was saying it. Matter of fact, all of us was talking about the support of the Xbox, the exclusives. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Some of these Sony fans gotta take it too, because all I was hearing since 2013 was The Last Guardian. The shit came out and all they got was 1.2 million sales to this day.
That happens a
And-
lot, but it's those are niche games that people talk about and they never played on.
No, absolutely. But yo, how long? Every time I've watched a YouTube video on it, every time I've heard something, I only assume that the game was extremely hyped, because for 10 years I was hearing, the game was supposed to come out
On
All
the
of a sudden it comes
internet.
out.
You know what? And we
that's-
need to
that's
remember
that's more the media.
the internet, and we are a part of the internet. People watching part of the internet gives a different perception than like just everyday
actual
life.
consumer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we hear about games and all this stuff all the time. There's hype, but on the street that doesn't exist. Like so
I
it
played
makes
Shadow
sense.
of Colossus, but I was like, I don't give a fuck about Last Guardian. Like that was never.
I didn't even buy The Last Guardian, bro.
I didn't buy it either.
I'm going
Yeah,
to,
like,
but I didn't. Not
I
yet.
don't care. Like,
I forgot.
and the only reason why it had hype is just because of how long it was taking to make it. That was.
But that's never
I-
good. That's never good
That's
for a
not
game.
good. And I agree with you, Prof. And that's why I'm worried with. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up. I ain't really worried about Kingdom Hearts, but that's similar to how long they've been developing Kingdom Hearts. I think since 2013 they said.
Yeah,
So,
but that's
okay, I'm
not
fine
that's
with
not
that.
10 years.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
kind of retracted that. I retracted
But-
from that because I realized they announced that.
Good.
You also with Kingdom Hearts, they're from Square Enix. Square Enix works on Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy's been their #1 forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So even for Square Enix to do that for Final Fantasy, they put Final Fantasy 15 on the Xbox. So why not, when you're revamping your games, that Kingdom Hearts is old. Kingdom Hearts are the older games, like the ones that you're remastering. Why not put it on Xbox?
That's a good.
Why
I think
not?
that
Raw
was
upward.
based. I think that was based on. Honestly, I thought like, they probably kept that exclusive to PlayStation because they would have, probably people would have been bitching like,
Was
those
it
people
really
on PlayStation.
exclusive? Because it was on you can get it on your phone. I thought you can get one of those on game.
I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Maybe I think I
No,
don't.
it was the sub versions, the
Oh,
ones that
okay.
were like on the portables.
Yeah.
But I question that too. I always assumed that maybe Square Enix wanted to keep the tradition with that, but Kingdom Hearts 3 they're just gonna release it to all consoles. I agree. I always question that too. I was like, damn, how come this
I
didn't
think
come
it's
out?
nostalgic. I think that
And
with some games they want to keep it classic, where it came from, and then with the newer games they'll come out and release it for everything.
That's a good point. And I'm thinking about an example of a game that wasn't exclusive to PlayStation, and then
Ninja, there, might as well
GTA
say.
5?
no, I was gonna say Metal Gear. When they released the Metal Gear collection that had like
Yeah, that
1,
was
2,
one of them.
those were you can buy that for Xbox 360. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even though they were originally PlayStation.
I was gonna say
exclusive.
like Ninja Gaiden did that as well.
I-
Ninja Gaiden was originally
Ninja Gaiden
on
was
the
Xbox, right?
I never
Yeah.
knew that
and
actually.
it came
Yeah,
over on
Gaiden.
PlayStation. That was the only game I ever played on Xbox, like
And
the original Xbox, like that.
speaking on Chase's point to Metal Gear, I played all of the Metal Gears. I played Metal Gear 1, 2, 3, all of them. And when it was coming out, I was like, all right, I don't want it to be exclusive because I want people whose parents or people don't have the money to buy PlayStation 4s or PlayStation, when they had it, to be able to experience the game that I grew up loving. Because I like when I talk to people, they say, "Oh, well, my favorite game is this," and it's Metal Gear. You get to relive some of the fun time, like those boss fights, everything about that. And Prof was talking about the exclusivity to certain games. I can get certain games, but if you're remastering something, don't put it to one.
I
Yeah,
agree.
that's
I agree.
what I said.
I agree with that. I agree
That's
with
what
that.
I said. When they do what they did with Killer Instinct, they should have made it for everything. I'm down with that. But certain games, like if I'm playing Mario Kart Double Dash, I'm only getting on this, N64 or Nintendo system. Like I don't want to play it on no PlayStation, even though it would be fire on PlayStation. Don't get it twisted. It would be fire. Open world Pokemon game would be fire on PlayStation. But no, I'm good. Leave that for my Nintendo homies, bro.
But they're like, Yeah, there are only a select group that need to stay on certain things. Halo, as you said, Mario, stuff like that.
Like
Just
Killzone needs to stay on PlayStation.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck about Killzone, but Killzone can stay on Play.
Well,
I would
ain't
like them
nobody
to
buying
remap.
that.
I would like them to revamp. Like it's too late for the franchise, possibly, but I would love for them to remake a Twisted Metal and make it available everywhere.
Man, they need to do it right. The last Twisted Metal.
Yeah, the last ones was ass, but
they didn't do
that's
it the
my
right
point.
way.
They would have to really do it right, because I mean that was really, even though it wasn't like Mario Kart, but that was like kind of like their counter to that type of game. Like there was no other type of games that was like Twisted Metal.
I agree. Let's move on before we get too far. We about halfway through. We got a donation from _create. Are we getting sponsored yet? Any cheeks, VC goodies? Still waiting on the iTunes podcast. Actually, like one of the last step of the iTunes stuff, we actually ran into an error. By the way, Ricky, I was getting that same error as you, so we gotta look at that.
He was getting the error still.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try it on Firefox or something.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Spyro is Activision though, so Activision could do that, but that's
Activision could do a lot. They got a lot of games
with Skylanders and shit. So like,
Oh yeah, Skylanders came from Spyro, wasn't it?
I don't know if that's where it came from.
You think influence-wise?
Spyro is a part of Skylanders, but
let me go ahead and read this donation. Garner with another donation and another riddle, joke, pun. He said, "What do you call a fat psychic?" He said, "A fortune teller, yo." Like, bro.
Only Garner, dog.
Moving on. Oh, this is a good time to talk about this. We don't need to spend too long because we want to make sure we get through the rest of these topics. Let me see if I can pull up this footage if I have it. So, we played Fortnite last week and a couple games came out. So this week we're going to talk about The Evil Within 2. We're going to talk about South Park, and a couple topics away, but we are on The Evil Within 2. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the game. For those that played it or watched it, what do you think? Ricky, I know you played it.
So, I played it. I'm up to like chapter 8, I think. Yeah, I actually went back on it today. I'm on chapter 8. I'm having fun with it. I'm up to the part where dude look like, I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm gonna say it. He looks like a big sperm cell monster. You know what I'm talking about? Like gooey, ooky looking. You know what I'm talking about?
He's good. A boss?
No, I wouldn't say boss, but it was like some big ass monster.
Oh yeah.
That shit was lit.
Yeah.
So I'm up to that part. I think the game is fire. I think that shit is, because I have it on I just changed it back to the hardest difficulty, so I'm jump scaring all day. When you have it on hardest, you played on the hardest difficulty, right?
Man, I had to turn it down, fam. I was down to 2 hits.
They're limited with the ammo, right?
It wasn't just that. I was dying too fast, and I didn't feel like I had the weapons that I needed to beat and I ain't want the headache. I lowered it in the middle of the walkthrough to normal.
Well, I enjoyed the upgrade system. I think honestly I would have to continue playing it because I'm on chapter 8, and because I've been like changing back from that game, WWE, and 2 other titles, I actually can't even, I forgot like all the other shit that was going on in that game. I'm having fun with it though, but that's as much as I can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can go ahead and jump in there. I beat the game a couple of days ago.
Ain't shit.
Now it's important, obviously, for the people that played the first game to hear how it compares. I like the second one more than I like the first one. The first one was fire. The second one is, in my opinion, better because what they did was, we know a lot of companies try to go with that open world formula, and 9 out of 10 times, if your game wasn't originally open world and you go over to that formula, it either makes the game worse or it just does not feel like the game should have it at all. Obviously, we have our examples: Mirror's Edge, Catalyst, Mass Effect, games like that. Well, Mass Effect kind of had the open world thing before. Well, it's a bunch of side quests and stuff, I guess. But getting back to this is kind of open world, but it's kind of not. Like there are really no side quests on the game. It's pretty linear. It's just you have a little bit of free roam that you can do. And the most that you can do is you pull out your radio or your scanner, and it'll point you in a direction of places that it feels that you should search for ammo, for items, for weapons, whatever.
Frequencies of some stuff that happened in the past.
Right.
Remember, you go into each world once you hack into the computers and stuff
Right.
like that.
And for flashbacks. But you can do all of that in a relatively short amount of time. You have one mission at a time. You go here, the mission starts. You can't go here and go there and go here. Talk to this dude, talk to that. You're not doing that. You're not just talking to random people to start missions where they send you to get a frying pan. Yes, that really happened on one of my favorite games, The Witcher. When the game first started, the lady sent me to get a frying pan. I was like, yeah, that's what we doing. So this game doesn't have that. What I love that they did was, number one, they changed the upgrades. On the last game, you had green gel. That was used to upgrade everything. Your skills, your weapons, your ammo, your rate of fire. This game, they gave you separate upgrades for your weapons and then for your skills. So all your skills continue to take the green gel, but this time around, you have weapon parts. Unless I'm confusing the game. You have weapon parts on this one, and that's what you use to upgrade your weapons. They have red gel, which is not really important. All that does is unlock parts of the upgrade tree that you can get to, and things like that. Story-wise, the story, in my opinion, is much better and much easier to follow than the first game. The first game had a good story, but it was one of those games where you had to go, well, at least I had to go. I'm not speaking for everybody. I had to go to a wiki to read to make sure that I understood the story correctly. This game is very straightforward as to what's going on, why you're where you are, and why everything around you is happening, because this is not his first time in a place like this. So this game explains everything. You get a complete understanding from beginning to end as to what's happening. So they did a good job with that. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question about that real quick? I felt, it sounds dumb because remember, I played The Evil Within 1 back in 2014, right? Yeah. So when that first came out, I did similar to what you did. You looked it up. I looked up this one because as I'm playing, I'm like, it's like looking like The Matrix, but you go back into the core, and while you're in the core, the world is being destroyed as you know it. You have to go back, but also he's searching for his daughter, right? I don't want to spoil the whole thing.
Yeah, it's just simple.
Yes, long story short, though, it's crazy because, you have to pick up the gels and all that stuff. You got to pick up the gels and all that stuff to upgrade your parts, and I found myself struggling in some parts because I didn't have like the proper equipment, and I'm still struggling now. Thank you, babe. I'm still struggling now because I don't have like the proper equipment to go, past, and I have to go back now to some like little, stuff like that just to get more weapon parts. I just think it's kind of like weird at the same time because I don't even know the perfect word to say it. Like when I go back in time to a different like dimension, whatever, right. And then who's that nurse that you talk to when you upgrade your inner human abilities?
Her name is, I think it's Tatiana Gutierrez. I don't know. She's just something that he created in his mind because she was on the first game. That's pretty much what it is. So. Yep.
And did you actually listen to some of the stuff she was telling you about? Because she actually let you in on some secrets.
Yeah.
That allows you to actually bypass some of the leeways on like how to get to a certain area. And I went and found some like secret items. So I thought that was pretty cool too. So I like the game a lot right now. I'm only just still early. You told me there was 17 chapters.
17.
I'm
It is I said this during my walkthrough. It's a good length game. Like, well, we could get on the game and we can play for 40, 50 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's just like we came up doing that. But we're at a place where a lot of people don't spend that much time. Some people complain that the game is too short when it's like 8 hours, and they'll say it's too long when it's 40. This game has a good length of time where you can probably spend 15, 16, and more hours on this, and you can get off and you can complete it in a shorter amount of time than that. The only tip I'm gonna tell everybody: if you're going to buy this game, it is very, very, very important that you raid and you loot every house that you can, because you will not get a chance to go back to certain places.
Facts.
Once you get
that's why I got stuck.
Yeah, like I got the sniper rifle in this first town. After I got the sniper, first of all, it's strong as shit. But I realized that I never ended up going back to this town. So if I didn't get it when I got it, I wouldn't have been able to finish the game with it. So make sure you search all the stuff in the you don't just have to go to houses. It'll tell you, which makes it a lot easier, right? When you pull out your scanner, you'll get a little symbol that lets you know that there's something nearby. Once you mark it and you check it on your map, it'll tell you what's in that house. So you push select. After you lock onto it, go to your map, there'll be a little symbol, and it'll say, ammo pouch upgrade or weapon parts or whatever. So you know what it is in that house. So you're not just searching every house for no reason. Make sure. Yeah.
Go. No.
No, I'm just saying, make sure you get your weapons early. I think somebody told me there was at least one weapon that I could have got in the first town. I think there was a handgun that had a laser on it that I never got a chance to. I didn't get that. I didn't know that was a thing. Nope. I went right past. I
grabbed it from the zombie.
I had no idea. So that's really it. I recommend this game, especially if you like the first one. But most of the time, if you don't like the first version of a game, you won't like the sequel. But sometimes you do. I'm not actually sure on this one, so I can't say whether or not you'll like this if you didn't like the first one. But this game is dope though. That's it.
I mean,
no, go.
I can only talk from a watcher because I've been watching just Chase play it. It looks good. I mean, I've not really played Evil Within, just never had the chance to get it, but it looks good. It looks like it looks fun. The stories kept me interested, but I mean, it looks awesome. So, I mean, I advise if I can't get it, I will.
Well, you know what I was gonna say about that? I'm just glad you're not an errand boy, because you know, you do help out, as you were saying, you do help out people, but at the same time, I love that it still pertains to my mission. So as I'm going to help somebody, I still go through my flashbacks. You still go through your sequences of your mission. So I'm like, it's been keeping me busy. That's the most, like right now with my attention span with some of these games, if they're making me go through errands, like Dying Light had that, right? Mm-hmm. But I like Dying Light a lot because it was zombies, parkour, and everything. But all they kept having you do was send you to go do this, that, and the third. That's tiring. The only thing that kept me busy was killing zombies. it's the story that's got me like really intact.
I'm not gonna lie. I personally
What's up?
I personally never gave a fuck about Evil. Like I don't know anything about it. Like I've never really seen anything about. Like I think I seen a trailer for the first one a long time ago, and like it's not that it looked bad or it looked trash. It was one of those games I was just like, okay, it exists.
Yeah,
but it's never been nothing that I've like been super interested in. Like I've been in Ricky's streams when he was streaming it. I will sit there, but I won't really watch the gameplay. But I'll just chat with the niggas in the chat or whatever. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because it's very rare that games don't really catch my attention like that. I like to consider myself like someone that's open or like plays a lot of games, but like it just never caught my attention.
No,
Not that I don't have any
like
interest of playing it. I just don't know shit about it you know what I mean, to really go off of it.
No, I understand. I definitely have games that other people into, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not saying the game's bad. It don't look like
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Exactly. So it's like, I'm gonna just watch you play it. I ain't gonna fuck with it. Like,
right. I feel like I'm just gonna have to just watch like walkthroughs or something of it and just decide if I want to get it.
Yeah, I mean, it can get real on this game too, which is good. They didn't go for cheap jump scares the whole game. I hate when like that's the only thing that some games
Resident Evil 7, Outlast 2.
I was just about to say Resident Evil.
Ooh, that's a good question. Resident Evil 7 versus the Evil Within 2. Who you got, yo?
Oh no, I'm taking the Evil. Honestly, I played through Resident Evil 7. I thought it was a good concept, first person. It wasn't bad, but Evil Within 2, the jump scares didn't really kill me. It was when you went up against one of these monsters, it was one of those crunch time moments like, oh shit, where the gasoline at? I need to shoot the floor, and then they just came right at you.
What is this game compared to? Can you compare
Resident Evil.
this to?
It's compared to Resident.
What about what's the other game? Oh shit!
Well, Jay's probably taking Resident Evil because Resident Evil almost killed him.
Yeah, that shit almost killed me for real. Yeah.
There's a game, Alan Wake. Is it like Alan Wake?
No.
Okay.
Alan Wake is dope. Alan Wake is different. Alan Wake, I don't even.
The concept on that was kind of fire though.
Yeah.
Flashlight.
Yeah. This is more like Resident Evil than
mixed with the Matrix
than anything. Yeah, I mean, because he's in a machine right now. What you're
saying, that sounds fire, Nick. Like,
yeah, no, it is.
You said he's in a machine. So
yeah.
What is he like? Assassin's Creed? Is he in the
pretty much think like the Matrix or Assassin's Creed, and he enters into this machine to get something out of the machine, and that's pretty much what he's doing in here. It's not like the world completely collapsed. No, he's inside of a machine in a world.
You ever get to actually leave the machine and do shit?
He does, but not in the middle of the game. At the end of the game, you get out of the machine just like you did on the first one. So that's pretty much why
I'm thinking
all this
like
stuff.
Assassin's Creed, like you could hop out the Animus and do shit around.
Yeah, nah, this you can't really just get out. But I like this because again, when we have all the open world, I'll just say this before we move on. We have all these open world games, and I enjoy the formula when it's done correctly. I don't feel like a lot of the games do it the right way, so it's nice when you get a game. It's like, yo, you get on, you play through it, straightforward, and then you can get off and get on to the next one. I appreciate games like this more now because too many companies are trying to squeeze out, open world formulas, and it's just they shouldn't with some of the games. So,
you know what else though? One last thing.
Yeah.
That it's made by Bethesda, and
you can't tell.
Bethesda games. You can't tell. That's what I'm saying. Like Bethesda games, they all resemble that same art style with Dishonored, with the body parts looking kind of big. You got Quake. You have Doom. All of them have that same type of presence, the little scenery, how the art style looks. Yo, I thought this game was by. Yo, I don't know why I thought this game was by Konami when I played the first one. Then I looked back and I was like, oh shit, that's Bethesda.
You can forget.
I could see that. I could see it being Konami. That's not too far of a reach. Yeah, I could see this being by them.
That game's open world reminds me a lot of Uncharted.
Which game?
Uncharted's not open.
Evil Within.
No. That Uncharted
it's linear.
Yeah, exactly.
It's linear, but you can still somewhat explore around the area.
You can do even more exploring on here, but yeah, it's pretty much linear. And it's once you figure out how to like really attack they're called the Lost are they the Lost on here? I think they're the Lost, which are the zombies. It makes it a lot more fun to because the zombies they're stupid and there's ways for you to kill them and there's certain upgrades. This is one of those games where now I'm gonna say like 90% of players are not going to get all the upgrades, so you need to figure out which ones are important to you and the way you want to play, and then you can play based off of that. So you can get multiple playthroughs out of this game if you wanted to play loud on the next playthrough instead of trying stealth and all that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and move on. We're gonna get to South Park, but Sony apparently is gonna publish some Nintendo games under a label. The first game is
Nintendo
coming
and
out.
PC.
Okay, Nintendo and PC on the 21st of next month. It's called Tiny Metal. So I don't know all the details on the kinds of games they're going for. From what I see, it looks like it's going to be like smaller studios and stuff like that. There's not like a big push to make a whole bunch of games for Nintendo or PC or anything, but they are putting some projects out, some smaller scale things on there. So I just wanted to go.
So are they like teaming up, or are they just releasing things that are already out?
I'll put it like this.
That's a good question.
Japanese brand markets stick together. Like they're supporting their brand. They're not competing because it's Sony, the company. It ain't PlayStation. It's Sony, and all they're doing is publishing, I guess, the indie titles or smaller titles, as far as what I read. But that just tells you, like, I think the Japanese market, there's really no competition, or there's no up against each other, because they're obviously with an agreement. This wouldn't have happened if this was like a Microsoft Sony thing. That shit would just never clash.
Shout out to Zordon. He just donated 60 VC,
60.
bro. He said,
VC though?
For the GMG squad, enjoy that VC. Yo, thank you, man. Thank everybody else. If you just now got to the show, or if you've been here for a little bit, man, go ahead and hit that like button.
Appreciate you. And all the other donations, too. Appreciate
man,
y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot.
Even though I can't use this VC like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nintendo's also putting out an update that lets you use wireless headphones on your Switch now. We laughed at that other headset that you had to buy like an adapter, and you had to have like a basically the IKEA instruction manual. That's the way it looked for you to hook that headset up. It was ridiculous, but now it'll be able to use just plain basic wireless headphones. That's coming with the 4.00 update. And then you can record 30-second clips from your games as well. So
and you can use your GameCube controller.
I think that's out right now.
Yep.
I just updated my system.
Okay.
And it like I actually just hopped on. I ain't hopped on it like 2 months. And
okay.
I just hopped on. I just did an update. I think it's like a button that you press and it does 30 seconds. I don't know where it goes though. Like, do you put it on?
I couldn't tell
your videos and your little file thing. You can actually save it to your SD
I know
card.
You can watch it, but I'm saying it's just somewhere to post it on Nintendo. Like.
Oh, that.
Otherwise, like, why is there because if you record something on PlayStation or Xbox, it shows up on your feed. Like, is there something that shows up when you?
Nintendo be half-assing. So
that's a good
I know
question.
they had that me was it the Miiverse or whatever? Like, you could talk to people. I'm wondering if you could put it like there or something.
I don't know.
But yeah, Ricky also mentioned you can use the GameCube controllers on the Switch now. You can. The only thing is you cannot use the home button or the ZL commands. But other than that, you'll be able to use. Yeah, that's what it says on here.
That's what.
Oh, now for the segment that we added last podcast. Tell them why you mad, bro. Let me go first, man. Let me go first. All right, yo.
Oh shit, go ahead. Do
yo,
your thing,
look,
bro.
Shadow War.
Oh,
I talked about Shadow War last show. Shadow of Mordor, excellent game. Shadow War, excellent game. Loot boxes and all of that, we don't even need to have that conversation because everybody know where people stand on that shit. So I ain't even gonna get into the loot boxes and all of that stuff because really it's not even my biggest concern. The reason I'm mad though is because for anybody that's played Shadow of Mordor, if you really enjoyed that game, you will be bothered by this. So on Shadow of Mordor, there's a whole bunch of just regular grunt orcs. There's hundreds of them. They're always following captains. You find a captain, he got like 10 dudes with him, and then in all that chaos of you fighting the 10 dudes plus the bitch ass captain, another captain shows up, tells you ain't shit, and he whooped your ass last time, and he got grunts with him too. So you whooping everybody's ass, you just whoop like 50 dudes, you getting all kind of XP. You get XP for the captains, you get XP for every grunt or little underling orc that's you're fighting. Everybody could get this work, and it's just a good time. Well, sadly, on Shadow of War, there are more orcs on this. They're everywhere, and there are more captains, right? Great. It's like, yo, I'm used to this. This dude got 50 dudes with him. He got 50. I'm about to kill 100 people. We gonna get all kind of XP. You fucking wrong. On Shadow of War, you do not get any XP for killing the regular grunt orcs that are out there. You only get XP for killing captains. I remember spending hours of my time killing orcs and getting XP so that I can get these special upgrades to my character that'll let me do stuff on the game. Well, this time around, when you're fighting a captain, all his little people that's with him, they're just annoying now. Because when you kill them, you're not going to get anything for them. All they do now is they get in your way. Then these bitch-ass archers that sit on the side and constantly shoot arrows at you. And then you got the people that come up with the shields. They're all annoying. And you get no reward for killing them. You get nothing. Willy Wonka found. That's wild disrespectful. I don't know. That's like, look, imagine playing Kingdom Hearts and you fighting regular Heartless and you don't get no XP. Imagine playing Final Fantasy and you just killing regular people in battle and you get no XP. I've never seen a game in my life where you fight and get nothing unless you fight this one kind of character involved with the game, bruh. I ain't never seen that. And when you do that while adding loot boxes, it looks like it's intentional and you want people to buy shit. You want people to buy stuff, that's fine. But this is another case where we say, or more importantly, where I say, yo, if you going to put microtransactions, all right, we at a point now where it is what it is. Stop taking away from the people who are playing your game that don't spend money by taking things away and enticing them to buy microtransactions. Because that's facts. It looks deliberate, bro. We not getting no XP from these grunts. I don't know if it's a bug, and it can't be no motherfucking bug because you can't just speed past some shit like that. I played the game for 2 hours and realized I was still level 6. Anyway.
Ooh, nah, that's valid though. You can be mad at that.
That's why I'm mad. Sorry.
So let me ask you, do you get more XP?
No.
For killing
Nope. You get the same XP you got for killing captains on the first game, and you get nothing for the orcs. They have not given you anything. They've only taken things away.
That's petty.
That's like, you can't do that.
Kind of make me not want to play the game. Oh.
Yeah,
because you understand the grind with some of these games, that shit throws you off, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's crazy. That makes
that's
you
like
then you gotta.
That's like playing Destiny and not getting shit for killing all the thralls and shit that's
right.
all around.
Like you get for one dude out of the bunch, you get XP for the one dude, and it ain't like it's a whole lot. It's just like what you would normally get from the first game. Anyway, yo. Oh yeah, you get ambushed and everything on there, and you get no XP. 30 dudes just came out the bushes on me, and I get nothing. Like
we're just testing your power. That's all.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's why I'm mad.
Up in the streets, you ain't getting no reward.
Somebody else could go ahead. You tell them why.
Somebody said it's the same in 2K.
Yo, time out, Smitty. Cool. Yo, you don't even.
That don't make sense.
It's the same. It's the same in 2K. Really, you kill enemies in 2K? Really?
I guess to your point, it's the exact opposite. Damn near everything you do this shit, you at least get rep for it.
You get rep for every. What is he talking about, bruh?
I don't know.
He wanted.
You can rep up in my career. That's what a lot of my dudes were doing.
Smitty, cool, you trolling. I'm gonna just accept that as a troll because you can't be for real. Somebody go ahead and go, bro. He crazy. I don't want to let him take over.
I want me to go next, or who wants to go next?
Go ahead. You sound like you want to go.
If you go ahead.
All right. Why I'm mad? Because one of my favorite simulation racing games dropped last week, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna pick this bitch up and I'm gonna play the shit out this bitch. Because what's one of the best things about some of these racing games like Forza and Gran Turismo is that you would take some of your classic vehicles from back in the days, like the 1957 Skyline, and you would engine swap it with like a GTR 2017, and you'll just match up with your friends online, all that good shit. Well, apparently now there's no old cars in that game. I've been playing for hours and I have yet came across an old vehicle. It's nothing but new cars. And why that's a problem, the way they promoted the game is more like they're trying to cater to those who only want to pay, or for those who only want to be like competitive. And I'm like, that's really taken away from a lot of the fans who used to play Gran Turismo. That really took away from me, man. I haven't played it ever since. I've noticed like my grinding factor hasn't really played a role into unlocking some classic vehicles. I've been getting nothing but 2015 vehicles. They took a lot away from that. I feel like I kind of spend money on that game, and I don't like playing with new cars. I feel like I've wasted my money. So I'm kind of mad at that shit, man. Like and then they got unnecessary promotions in that game. Why are you promoting watches, and why are you promoting Celine Dion? What does she have to do? What does she have to do with Gran Turismo? It's talking about her album sales. Where are we today with that, man? It's talking about she won a Grammy, and I'm like, what the fuck? Did Gran Turismo go? Like, did they go corporate with like partners and shit? And then they force you to go competitive. So you can't really just play regular. You can't really enjoy the game for what it is regularly. You are forced into playing in a competitive league in that game. If you go online or offline, you can't even opt out of this shit. So I'm just like, yo, I don't want to be, because it kind of like messes up your career stats. And I'm just like, like I said, for those who play simulative racing games, you would understand like that takes away a lot, because you can't even just casually play the game. Now you have to be somewhat of competitive, so you can't enter certain shit, no races, certain races, online races, certain things, because you're not in the competitive leagues. So that's kind of ass. I'm gonna get Need for Speed though, by the way. Yeah, I just seen somebody's comment. Yeah, it's getting that work. But yeah, that's why I'm mad.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, they got the burnout engine. I'm lit. I'm getting it. That's why I'm mad. bitch ass. Yeah. How you do that?
Yo. Whatever. All right, who wanna go next, man? Shit. Man.
I'll go ahead. Why I'm mad is actually about Metal Gear, because Metal Gear just got its release date for next year, and I'm actually.
It did. Oh, Lord.
What?
It did. It actually did just get. It got its release date. It's releasing. Let me tell you.
It's like January.
Wait, Survive, or you mean a brand new Metal Gear Solid?
Metal Gear Survive, February 20th next year.
I ain't buying it.
I mean. And what I'm mad about is the fact that it's called Metal Gear Survive, and it's literally shitting on all of Metal Gear in general. Because what the fuck are we doing making a Metal Gear game that is based around zombie games? This game was supposed to be like a military stealth type game, and you went and fucked it. So I am mad because not only do you just throw one of your characters that you tried to build, you just fucking fuck the whole half the fucking shit that you're trying to do. First of all, you saying fuck Kojima, and I understand y'all had a fallout, but damn, you don't have to ruin a fucking series because of it. Fuck.
That's valid.
It gets to a point that you like, why the fuck are you just gonna keep putting out games for the fact that it just says Metal Gear?
Yep, of course.
You did it with Revenge. Rising or Revengeance or whatever the fuck it's called.
A Dave and Buster's game. Fuck out of here with that game, bro.
And it didn't. And you seen where that got you.
Yo, that was the first Metal Gear game I ever played too. That shit left such a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I'm not playing this.
I'm still sorry. I'm still sorry.
Wait, what game?
Rising.
I'm still sorry.
Yeah, that was the very first Metal Gear. I'm like, this is what y'all niggas been hyping about. I was bad as shit at that game.
And not only did you try to hype up Raiden as he's the next Snake and shit, like he's good and he's that dude, but then you went and fucking just forgot about his ass and made that boo-boo ass game to just bring him back and be like, oh hey, he's still here. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Drop
You know,
a Metal Gear Solid with Raiden as the main character and give me some real fucking shit, not that bullshit ass.
I don't want no more Metal Gears.
Ninja Gaiden.
I'm good, bro.
If Kojima ain't a part of it, that's literally one of my favorite 5 franchises. I don't want to see another Metal Gear without Kojima.
Hold up. I'm also mad because I got an email from Something Interactive talking about how Homefront: The Revolution was on sale for $10.
Yo, I'm mad. I'm mad you had to transfer that to us though. You could have kept that till you got it.
No, I got that same email.
$10.
Wait, yo, $9.99 on sale. Like,
yo, did that game come out this year?
No, it came out last year, I think.
Was it last year?
Homefront: The Revolution, early last year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But still, I still have nightmares, fam. That game is ass. I hear somebody typing. They trying to find out that game.
Barry, you ain't here to do the tell them why you mad. I hope you got something.
Come on, Barry, hit us with time, bro.
Hey man, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've been happy, bro, man. I mean, I just been playing South Park. I guess I guess I can say something. I'm gonna add a little bit to it because I'm a little bit disappointed. All right, I'm a little bit mad because I'm not as mad as y'all, but I'm a little bit mad because with South Park, I just feel like I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Well, you hold on. How about this? Hold on. My bad. Can we have Barry go or Propsy go and then you do that and then we talk about South Park because I know I'm gonna have a rebuttal.
So they could translate into the next.
Yeah,
topic, right?
yeah. So look, let's let Propsy go and then you can go and then we're gonna get right into the South Park right from there because I don't want to because if we let you go, we ain't gonna talk about shit else. South Park is last anyway.
Yeah.
So Propsy, you go ahead and go, and then Barry, you can go ahead and go after him.
Y'all niggas know why the fuck I'm mad. Fuck Spectrum and everything that they represent as an internet company. And yo, my man's in the chat. I apologize that you have to work for them niggas, bro. Them niggas is ass. They fucking garbage, bro. Every day for the past 2 months, my internet has been out at least for 1 to 2 hours. For the last past 2 months, every single day. We call them every single day, literally. These motherfuckers gotta have our phone number and know us by heart. So what they told us to do was like, yo, so this is the smooth lie they hit us with, B. They straight up told us, guess what? All you gotta do is go ahead and get this business account, and you get a separate internet box. You know what I'm saying? And you won't have to worry about the internet going out because it's on 2 different, whatever fucking bullshit they said. It's on 2 different shits. So we like, cool. So we got the new shit. So we got 2 shits in our house now, 2 boxes. We got one for the business, and then we got the casual one. Why both of these motherfuckers go out at the same time every day? So we call them like, yo, what happened, bro? Like you were supposed to tell us. You told us that one of them wasn't gonna go out. Motherfucker gonna tell us straight to our face. I don't know who told you that. They lied to you.
Bruh,
ain't
they
no
always had
separate
me saying shit like that.
They just told us ain't no separate shit, man. They was like, your shit finna go out every day and you gonna deal with it. And then they gonna try to charge us an extra $100 for some shit to install this new shit. And the nigga didn't even install it right. The nigga has to come back and reinstall it because I think that's the reason why the internet goes out. Like the internet companies, not even just internet companies in general all try to blame you for some shit. The first thing they do is be like, maybe it's your modem. Maybe you gotta get a new modem.
You're right, yo. Every time you lag out of 2K. So why they both going out? That's just as a problem with your connection. Fuck you, bitch.
Bro, listen, B. Yo. I've had Charter back home in Wisconsin. Charter, I had Charter. Charter was fire back home, nigga. There wasn't no Verizon. It was Charter. Charter was the shit. Once they combined with who did they combine with? I was about to say T-Mobile. Time Warner. And they created this Spectrum bullshit. It's a Spectrum, nigga, because that shit is ass. Nobody I know likes it. And then I send them a message on Twitter, tell them how ass they shit is. They gonna say, hit me up with a DM. Bitch, hit me up with my money back, nigga. Don't hit me up with a DM. I don't want nothing to say to none of y'all niggas. I'm tired of talking to y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is ass, bro. Yo, again, Spectrum is ass. I wish. They basically told me I have to move if I want better internet. No. That's the reason why they're allowed to be so ass.
Just give Verizon, yo. Give Verizon, Prophet.
Bro, man, when Carter said that, boy, I could have screamed at that. Like, bro, they literally told us like Spectrum has such a monopoly effect on our neighborhood that they be like, all right, nigga, deal with it, nigga. Leave. Why don't you leave? Get somebody else. And they know damn well we can't. So they can keep fucking us every day, bro. And they ain't even putting no makeup on when they fucking us or taking us to dinner, nigga. They just straight fucking us. No, nothing. They not giving us nothing, bro.
Yo, just to add on to Prophecy, I got somebody who works for Spectrum, and he's on strike because they're trying to take them out the union. And the reason why 600 people around, well, not my area now since I moved, was going out was because they cut in the wires with the tower, and that's why the majority of y'all's the internet is going out. And they're lying to everybody saying, "Oh, well, it must be that like the service or whatever." Nah, it's because they're on strike right now because they're about to be ununionized, or however the term is called. And they're starting to they're snipping wires every day, B. They're doing
Fam,
and you might just be next.
These niggas told us, bro, out their fucking mouth that if you get the second one, it'll be on a different wavelength than the regular shit. It's on different towers, nigga. So I'm thinking, okay, we about to get this business shit. We about to be on that military tower shit, nigga. 5G up in this motherfucker. No, nigga.
3G.
And then the thing is, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I can send you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send y'all this nigga the screenshot right now, nigga, of my internet. The shit says 5G, nigga. It says 5G. That's a goddamn lie. Like, oh my god, I hate this motherfucker. Watch my internet go out because I'm talking.
Yo, bro, look up that you're not on that by your location, that they're not going on strike, because there's a chance that they're snipping wires. Like it's low key fucked up because they're not telling the customers that, and they're not compensating.
So they just outside with scissors.
Yo, no, my boy told me he snipped the wire.
He was outside with scissors at people's houses.
And then they told the wife. They told her that every time the internet goes out, you gotta call us and tell us and let us know. Bitch, the shit is connected. You should be able to know that the motherfucker is out. Like, it's all wired to your shit. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? So like when she called them yesterday, and then they was like, "Oh yeah, we could tell the internet was out for 4 hours yesterday." Mind you, I didn't even know it was out for 4 hours yesterday. Otherwise, I'd been even more mad.
Yo, that's
But
like
they give you a credit though.
No, they ain't get no credit.
Shit,
Hey, look,
bro.
that's like when a chick be like, "Yo, my boyfriend's abusive. He said he's on his way over here to beat me up right now." She on the phone with the cops, and they like, "All right, well, we can't do nothing yet. So when he get there, and then when he start beating you up, call us." What? I gotta wait till he beat me up? Yeah.
That's kind of cruel example. That's a
I mean, I worked for Comcast for a little while, and they be doing that shit to people all the time. They'd be like, "Oh, well, maybe it's your fault." I'll fucking employee of that bitch. Like, I'm sorry. I like that shit ain't their fault. It's probably.
But is your modem plugged in?
All right, let's go ahead and let me check your connection out. All right, unplug it for 30 seconds. Okay, now go ahead and plug that back in. All right,
yeah, man,
let's give it a minute to
nothing against all the people that work at these places, you know what I'm saying? Get your money by any means, but stop out here lying to motherfuckers, brother, because this is some bullshit. This is some high class ass. I am not paying money for this bullshit. And I literally every day I just gotta expect around a certain time it's gonna go out. I'm prepared for it now mentally. Every day I know it's gonna go out. I'm just wondering when. And half the time it goes out when I'm doing something. So like right when I'm about to live stream, it goes out for 3-4 hours. I couldn't live stream today or yesterday because the shit was out. Like these niggas is wild, bro.
I'm not gonna laugh because I really feel for you, bro.
Bro,
like that shit is real, bro.
I'm sending
that
y'all
shit
this
is
shit.
fucked
Look at
up,
this
man.
shit right now, nigga.
You're paying probably above $50 and you ain't getting your service.
Man, fuck hell yeah, nigga. Yo, look at that shit I just sent y'all, nigga. Tell me what that shit says, nigga. Look on the GMG.
Yeah, you got all your Wi-Fi bars.
Cool.
No, do you see it says 5G?
5G. 5 gigahertz.
5G in 2 different places.
You got the
5 gigahertz. He got the dual band.
Yeah, I got that shit too. Yeah, this is
nerd talk, but he got the dual band connection.
You're supposed to have that litness.
Yeah.
Man, this is bullshitness. This ain't no goddamn this is some ass bullshit.
No, you're supposed to.
Yeah, what's you know what? You right, but what's this one at the bottom though, fam? We're not going like what's this?
Less dick.
Less dick and less dick guess.
Less
dick and less dick guess.
Who
less dick though?
I don't know, bro.
They was out here on some bullshit, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what? That happened to me going to Florida. Like what Barry brought up first. What Prof said about them blaming you. I called them like, yo, we don't got no cable in this Airbnb. And she got the nerve to call me like, well, did you plug in the cable right? I'm like, y'all supposed to plug in the cable right. I'm the one staying in the shot area. I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm like, nah. So they came over here ASAP. I'm like, y'all wilding. Y'all was trying to blame me.
And this is how. So this is the other thing. This is how what's so smooth about these niggas, bro. Like this robbing niggas. Like I gotta get into robbing niggas, bro, because this is the best way to make money in this world, bro. Like these niggas will tell you. like back in the day, it used to cost way more money for cable than it did internet. Nowadays it don't, because nobody watch fucking cable, nigga. Everybody is watching Hulu, Netflix, and them other shits, bro.
They just stream.
Bro,
service.
so like the internet costs so much more and it's so much more ass. How is my internet always down, but my cable works perfectly fine? Like, what the fuck is up with, bro, man? I hate y'all.
They be doing that. They be trying to do like these promotions. Oh, your internet is this much, but you got to get cable with it. Like,
no, you got to get a phone with it. I'm like, what? I got to get a phone?
Oh, they like, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I literally, I ain't mad, nigga. I'm sad, nigga. I'm hurt. Fuck mad, nigga. I'm hurt. I'm tired of this bullshit, bro. Like, I literally have to move in order to get Verizon or somewhere else because it's bullshit, bro.
Yo, what's crazy is that I called Verizon because I'm like, yo, I got the 1 gig, not even trying to flex because
this is fire.
No, look, tell me this shit ain't fucked up. I called them. I'm like, why is it your website, speed test website, right? The Verizon speed test website shows no problem, 985 up and down. Every other website puts me at 500, 600. I'm like, you trying to scam me or something?
They lying.
I'm like, yo,
so
what they did was they said, hold on. They reset my whole shit, and then it started working. The next day, went back to 500, 600. I'm like, yo, y'all better stop playing.
They did that shit to me at Spectrum, B. My internet was like 25 fucking kilobytes. I'm like, what the fuck is this, nigga? Like, dog, it said kilobytes, nigga. For y'all that don't know kilobytes, bro, that's like, you can't even play Atari on kilobytes, brother.
Than broadband.
Like, you can't play Atari on kilobytes, nigga. That shit is ass, bro. Like, Chase can't play Pong on
Yo, come on, man. Like, nah, don't do that, man. Don't
like,
do that,
bro,
man. We not supposed to talk about that.
And then they reset it, and all of a sudden it went back up. So like y'all deliberately out here fucking niggas, bro. And then y'all
no
like
protection.
Like, duh. And what makes it worse is they got AIDS because they spreading this disease and this lie everywhere, bro. They all here telling us that your internet will be fine and all this bullshit. Then they told us because we got the business package. They was like, yo, you get priority over everybody, bro. So when we called them for business package, this nigga gonna come to my crib, knock on the door. I'm like, I bet. I'm coming downstairs. By the time I get downstairs, I don't live in a fucking mansion, nigga. I live in a regular house. It's a nice size house, but it's not, it's not a fucking mansion. I come down the stairs. This nigga knock on the door. And by the time I get to the stairs, open up, this motherfucker already in the truck leaving. Like, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah,
like,
they said you wasn't home. People definitely tried that. Like,
UPS
customer was not. Yo, UPS is notorious. You be excited for a package. Like, you checking your tracking number. They like out for delivery. You like lit, right? You go outside on the porch. You just know your package is out there. They put that weak ass sign on the door like, yo, we tried to deliver. We'll try again tomorrow. It's motherfucking Saturday. Now you ain't gonna be here till Monday or Tuesday. Lying.
And then, fuck that. Now we can go on about that because what you just said sparked up that other bullshit, B.
What?
Amazon, I think motherfucking mine.
What they do?
With that
Key shit?
That key shit.
What y'all
They
talking
want
about?
people to get butt raped.
What y'all talking about?
The shit I put in there. Amazon got that new shit. They trying to do this new shit where they could like open your door and fucking leave packages in your house and shit. They all think rabbit ass
Well, they gonna leave packages in your ass.
Dog, they gonna get their ass bit like by something. Like they gonna nigga, you gonna open the wrong door and this like we live in 2017, nigga. White people got lions in their houses, nigga. Like you about to die when you open somebody else's door, B. I've accidentally opened somebody's house and got bit by a Rottweiler, nigga. So what the fuck you think is gonna happen when Mr. UPS man come up to your door, knock on the door, ain't nobody there, and he just be like, fuck it, let me open the key. You gonna get that bit, nigga. You these niggas is wild. You can't. This shit can only be available in certain places, bro. It gotta be where no black people live. It gotta be like in the most
Delaware
places ever, Iowa or some shit. Because they not doing this in Chicago. They damn sure not doing this in Chicago. They not doing this in Philly. They definitely not doing this in Brooklyn or the Bronx.
They damn sure ain't doing it in Detroit.
Hey, nigga, they don't even know. Yo, you know why else I'm mad? My bad. I just thought about something else, brother. I seen this yesterday, and this is so fucked up. I shouldn't laugh, and we shouldn't laugh, and y'all going to hell if y'all do laugh.
All right, I'm about to mute
I hate
myself.
when he say that, dog.
Bro,
I hate when you say that.
they got a movie coming out with Queen Latifah, and it's about Detroit or Flint not getting the clean water, right? So it's about the Flint water situation. And I seen a tweet that said, "How the fuck y'all making a movie about Flint not getting water before Flint actually gets water?" That don't make no sense.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fucked up.
ridiculous.
Bro, they still ain't got water, but they making a movie about somebody trying to get. Yo, this is wild, bro. We live in a fucked place right now.
That is fucked up. They're about to get millions of dollars.
They can go ahead and profit off of it, but they ain't gonna help them. That's unreal, yo.
Dog, that's wild, bro. And they better. I guarantee they're gonna be like all the proceeds go to Flint.
Amazon definitely sent 2 pounds of weed to somebody. I don't know. Let's go ahead and let Barry go, and then we gonna hit the South Park. Barry, it's gonna be hard for you to follow prophecy after that.
Yeah, it ain't happening. But I do remember one thing that did actually get me pissed off, and it's got to do with everybody's favorite game, 2K. So it ain't got nothing to do with my career, but it's all in my team. I was telling the fellas. So my team, I'm playing my team. I got Shaq, I got Gold Mello, I got Kyrie, I got Dame Lillard, got Ennis, Antetokounmpo. We balling, right? We going in on somebody, dude. Like, we going straight. We going ham on this dude. We are like 25, bro. I kid you not. I'm up 25, bro. Third quarter. Shaq, he getting a little foul trouble, whatever. We getting a few fouls here and there out the game, So all of a sudden, third quarter, 2 minutes left in the game, Shaq fouled. It's like his fourth foul. All I say is, due to excessive foul, and you've been kicked out.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that.
Yo, what?
Yeah, I've been seeing. They've been kicking people for fouls, yo.
You mean to tell me, bro? I was so heated. I didn't know what was. I said, you mean to tell me that 6 fouls, and I fouled out a whole game?
It made me quit.
It's 5 minutes, bro. A quarter. What am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to play that, bro? I haven't touched my team
wild
since,
fouls too,
bro. It's just no. I don't know what it is. I'm not feeling my team this year. Other than that, I don't know, yo. That's just I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Like it don't feel. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just ass, yo. Like I'm like, you mean to tell me because of fouls? And I can see like if a dude like just straight up intentionally fouling, like 6, 7, 8 times in a row, but it was straight off a shooting foul. Like what the fuck, like. Shit ass,
That's 2K patch fat. Look, game been out for what? 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. Right, it came out on what, the 17th of last month or something, and they already working on the 5th patch, bro. Like, and they've already done like 4 or 5 hot fixes. That's ridiculous, man. That's a lot of stuff that's wrong with the game in the first 6 weeks. But
I'm out here struggling because I got to do all this shit with no money because that's how I do things.
Well, like, you're like most people. I mean, most people just won't do it. But we gonna finish off the show with some South Park fractured butthole conversation. We'll talk about this Activision patent for the next week. Let me go ahead and write that down so I don't forget. God damn it.
That's gonna be a talk for a long time.
Yeah, the Activision patent. We could be talking about that for 30 minutes. Or
wait. You know what? Why don't we hold that till after whoever gets their hands on World War II? Because I'm gonna play it and I want to see if that shit's in the game.
All right, bet.
In the full game, yeah. We'll see if that bullshit's in the game.
But we talking about The Evil Within because that was a new release. I mean, we're gonna try to get back to like, when there's a new release, if one of us have played it, we gonna try to make sure we give people some insight on it.
I play Wolfenstein too.
It's been a kind of like a slow year, and I don't really know what's going on, but you understand what I'm saying. So next week, one of us will be able to talk about Wolfenstein. Me and Ricky both have codes already.
Fucking game is marvelous. I'll just say that right now.
Mario comes out Friday. Assassin's Creed comes out Friday. So yeah, we here. So we will try to talk about some of that next week. Anyway, South Park fractured butthole. I just want to say, like, first of all, I'll never forget South Park because when the first Stick of Truth game came out, I didn't even plan on getting it. I didn't watch much South Park, and I didn't even think much of the game. I was still on that like GTA 5 and Splinter Cell and Tomb Raider and Last of Us. I was still on that wave right there, so I wasn't even thinking about South Park, even though it came out earlier the next year. I was still living off of those as far as just feeling like those was like elite games. So we had just moved the podcast to YouTube, or maybe we were only doing it on YouTube for a few months, and I remember like Prophecy and Ricky just kept talking about it. I'm like, they like, yo, I swear this game, 10 out of 10. I was like, yo, for real? And I was like, I gotta play it now. So I went and played it, did a walkthrough, and the game was amazing. Like, and it was everything South Park. And that leads me to the sequel. From playing the first game, I became a fan of this series for sure. And I really enjoyed South Park making fun of everybody. The only other show that I can think of right off top that did that is Living Color, but obviously that was more PG. South Park is just they super savage. The way that you keep people from being upset at you is just make fun of every goddamn body, and that's what this game does. They have no filter, no boundaries. All lines will be crossed, and they did that again on this game. I think the story is crazier than the first one, which is a plus. The gameplay is better. The battle system is better, in my opinion. Some people may not like it, but I like the fact that we get to maneuver around. It's not Kingdom Hearts live action, but it's still turn-based, but there's still an extra level of skill that's involved now because the enemies, all their attacks take place inside of the grid, and some attacks reach this many squares, some attacks reach, they have like X and all that, kind of like chess, where some of the pieces and attacks do this, they attack on this pattern, which is dope. So I love that shit. Like, now then they have all these superhero classes, and I got to the point where you get every class. Literally, Timmy gives you every class late in the game, and you can pick whatever moves you want. Fire, story. And I like this story possibly more than the first one, but it might just be on par. I don't want to get crazy with the shit. Now, I definitely recommend this game, especially if you like the first one. And if you didn't like the first one, I still recommend this shit. Everybody loves superheroes, and they do a good job with showing superheroes on here and making it work. And there's a lot of humor. Like, I got a kick out of the fact that dude Tool Shed. when Batman, he grapples out off after he like meets on the rooftop with Gordon, he like grapples away with his little his gun. That dude Tool Shed did that shit with a goddamn measuring tape. I don't know why I thought that shit was it was just so funny to see him just raise the measuring tape and leave. And then they do a good job with all these small Easter eggs and the posters that are around the town. Stuff that most people ain't even gonna look at. They took the time to still put it on there so that people can understand all the small details and stuff that's in the game. So that's fire. Now, I do want to address the fact that, and King Dub, we got to talk about this maybe soon. He said, that it's not really a great RPG. And I just want to hear why he's saying that. I understand what he's saying. Because if we just stripped all the stuff away and just went purely off of gameplay, it wouldn't be the greatest RPG. Because that's not really what it offers. This is more about the whole South Park experience, and they deliver on that. Just as an RPG, we see plenty of other games do much more with the combat and all that. So obviously this isn't going to measure up to that. But just being a South Park person, or a person who just likes good dirty ass humor, I say get this game though. I mess with this, bruh. I mess with it. This is definitely one of my top 5 games of the year, and I knew it 2 hours playing in. And I'm at the end of the game. I maybe have 2 hours left, and I still feel the same way. So I would say definitely cop this game.
I don't give a damn what that nigga King Dub talking about. That shit is amazing. Now, is it basic? Yes.
Yeah.
But who gives a fuck? PUBG is basic. Fortnite is basic. Those games are selling ridiculous. It's all about the fun factor. I don't know if you will like this game if you don't like South Park. I heard you say that, if you've never played the first one, you'll probably like this one, but I don't know, because you have to. South Park has a certain type of humor that you have to be able to get. So if you don't like South Park's humor, you won't like this game, because it's wild. I haven't seen anything as worse yet as they did on the first one. Like, I don't know if you remember the first one, but you had to do abortions and shit.
Oh yeah, that's
I haven't seen nothing worse than that yet.
Yeah, you will. You will. Oh,
but this game is wild. I played it for a few hours, streamed for a few hours, and the whole time me in the chat was just dying laughing because you can't not laugh at everything. And not only that, if you are a fan, as is in the first one, you'll notice like the music that they play on the radio were from episodes, or you'll notice like some of the drawings or some of the outfits that you've seen in other episodes and stuff like that. So like this is stuff that you will constantly see while playing this game. I don't know if you used it, Chase. I'm assuming you did, but I actually got the Ezio Assassin's Creed outfit. That shit looks fire. And then they added like new abilities, like artifacts that do things like that wasn't in the first one. Yeah. I do like the new combat style. I see you playing it with your Xbox controller. I've actually been playing it with the PC
keyboard and mouse.
And I don't see that it's that much of a huge difference, with the exception of having to remember every button that does every little thing. But like I like that they added the fact, like they did the Batman thing, where Batman in the Batman games you can do like the inspector mode or investigator mode or whatever, and you have to actually utilize that in the game. They have things that you can shoot firecrackers with and stuff like that. It's just overall a much better version of South Park 1. And like I'm with Chase, the new battling system is fun. I like it better that you actually have to. Like, I'll give you an example. When I was finna die, one of my characters was finna die, but I had somebody on my team. I think it was Flash. What's his name? Timmy. Not Timmy. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
It was Jimmy.
Yeah.
You could he was about to kill my main character, and I used Jimmy to swap places with him.
Yeah.
Or no, you know what? I'm wrong. It was Kite Man. It was Kyle, which if you don't get that joke, it's fucked up because they call Kyle Kite Man and he's fucking Jew. But he has an ability where he draws people back to him and heals them.
Yep.
So like I literally was about to die, but he, you know what I'm saying? So you have to really, it's actually very strategic. Like you have to be really strategic in this game. And this is different than, the first. The first one you didn't really have to be that strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fast Pass is the name.
Fast Pass. I love all the characters.
I love all the characters.
No, that's hilarious.
I love.
I never even thought of that, bro.
What? Fast Pass?
Kite Man.
Kite Man.
Oh yeah.
I never even thought of it, yo.
Yeah.
No.
Like, and then like my favorite place so far to go to, bro. And like one of the things I also like is they got like Coonstagram, which is like hilarious. Instagram.
Yeah.
But like somebody in my chat was like, "This is a very appropriate name because that's what Instagram is. It's Coonstagram." It
definitely
but you have to like actually like build rapport with people and actually get them to follow you and stuff like that. Yo, my main mission in life right now is to get my nigga Morgan Freeman to follow me, B. Like Morgan Freeman got a shop in the game, and his voice, it's not really his voice, obviously, but they have somebody doing his voice, but it's just funny, bro. Like Morgan Freeman is hilarious.
Good time. Also,
my favorite thing.
Let me say one thing. I'm sorry. In regards to the battle system, there are battles where it's not just about beating everybody on the floor. There is one battle in particular, and I'll explain it this way, in which there's a special objective. Instead of you just beating everybody, this time they want you. There's like four weed plants on the floor. They want you to burn them. So Tally, when he attacks you, he burns you. You then have to walk over to the plants before your burn goes away so that you can burn the weed plants. And the objective is to burn all four of the weed plants. Or one of them is to escape the old folks home in the battle. It's not always just beat everybody. They did a good job of sometimes
switching it up.
Yeah, you need to do something else to actually complete the battle. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you, because you've got more time than I do right now, have you seen Mythberry Crunch?
I have not seen.
Like, I remember in the episode, he turned out to be a real superhero. And he went to, like, his home planet and shit. And started, like, but I was wondering, because, like, they don't allude to him. They say something about him one time in the game. Like, when you go to his house, he doesn't even have a room anymore. But if you look at his mom, she's eating Mythberry Crunches, like cereal. So I'm like, they talk about him once, but they never say anything, like, to go on to that.
Yeah, I didn't. Now, you gotta keep in mind, I may have, and because I haven't watched enough South Park, there's stuff that I'm sure I missed. People won't give me an elf. I had no idea Mysterion was Kenny. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until like 3 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, but that's different. You should have known that. But
because look, I'm playing a game. I'm like, yo, where's Kenny?
The first one, I guess, they were superhero.
Talking a lot.
Yeah, they're like mages and stuff.
The first one, he was like the princess or some shit.
Yeah. So I was like,
I understand. If you're not into,
I didn't. He was talking. I'm like, yo,
he's talking a lot.
A lot. I'm like, yo, that's Kenny. Oh shit.
He does because he does the whole like Batman.
Yeah.
Where's it going? Like,
so anyway, Quentin, you can go.
I'm from just a watch, and I find it so hilarious watching Chase put on, like, he was putting on the fucking Static Shock type gear. Yeah, that shit looks so fire. Now, I haven't watched South Park. I never really got into South Park. So, me playing it, I don't really, I wouldn't enjoy probably playing it because I'm not exactly a South Park fan, but I've watched, like I said, I watched Chase play it, and it's the funniest shit I will ever fucking see in my life. The fucking difficulty system, how your race determined your difficulty.
It actually doesn't, though. That's not accurate.
Well, however, when they
made it seem like the darker you play, the harder it is, but it's not actually true.
No, they said it doesn't really affect gameplay. It affects everything else in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. I thought like it made the actual game itself difficult. And I was like, oh.
The game's too easy, though, honestly.
Yeah, the game.
I'm playing on Mastermind. I've only had trouble with 2 battles.
Not even playing it. I'm playing it on like whatever the one they start you with, which is like the second, whatever.
It's too easy.
And I'm gonna raise it to Mastermind just because, like, but yeah, it's the other thing about this game is if you don't know they're basically making fun of DC and Marvel, which I find hilarious. Like this whole game, they're just making fun of DC and Marvel, and I just find it super funny and shit. Continue.
Anyway, I'm done. Go ahead.
It looks like the game that you can just sit down and enjoy, like a story-based game that you can just sit down and enjoy and have a fun time with. So I'm glad that it looks worth the money, and it just looks funny as all hell.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I haven't been able to play it.
I feel like there's a lot more to do in this game.
You think so? I think it was about the same.
I feel like there was more. If I remember correctly, I feel like in the first one, outside of like the main game, the only thing you had to do was like find some Pokemon. That was pretty much it.
You did, but then like there was plenty of side quests you had to fight, like Al Gore and all that. On this, you mean like collectible wise? There's a lot.
Right, collectible wise.
There's a lot more.
Like that. I feel like you get rewarded more when you do it, but I think that's just because of the artifact system. And I also don't remember crafting in the first one.
I don't think there was crafting either.
It wasn't.
Right, so like that adds a whole nother level to the game because now you don't have to just find, first aid kits or first whatever, med kits or whatever. You can just craft them now. So like that adds a much better aspect to the game, but it also kind of makes it easier. I feel like this game, there's more enemies you have to fight at certain times. There's more things like that, but I feel like like Chase said, it's not. I feel like the first one was harder.
It was definitely harder. I mean, I've only died on 2 bosses, and I'm fighting. There's a huge mutated version of somebody that you already run across in the game, and this battle crazy because he can hit all 4 of your characters in one hit. He can take like 250 damage in one hit, make your characters bleed, and then gross them out at the end. And like you have to find a way to separate your character so that they can't all get hit at once. But that's been like the only real hard battle that I went through. I mean, I haven't really died much, just with 2 people.
I miss my nigga Chef in South Park though. I will say that Isaac Hayes.
Yeah. So anyhow, I strongly recommend this. Barry, you haven't really got a chance to talk about the game. Go ahead, because I know you was about to express some disappointment that you had. Go ahead and do that, because we are getting to the end of the show here. Go ahead, bro.
No, I mean, my thing was this, to be honest with you, I was kind of reaching, but it was just the fact that it kind of ended. And it kind of, but in a way, it kind of how it ended. I don't want to spoil nothing, but I was playing the game. Like when I was playing the game, and this just happened to me today. I was just playing it, and I was like, oh, like I'm not gonna spoil it, but like that's just how I felt once the game ended. I was like, oh damn, I beat it.
Yeah, I
like,
hate when that happens. You know, you get ready to beat the game.
I'm not trying to, and I'm not trying to spoil it, but I mean, my overall experience though, the game is fun. But it's no but. The game is a lot of fun. I have real big high hopes for this game. I think I might have the most. I might have the biggest hopes because this is probably my most anticipated game of this year. And it was, I think it wasn't supposed to come out last year, but they delayed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even last year. I love this game. I love the last one, Stick of Truth, and I really had high expectations. With that being said, though, I definitely enjoyed it. I wish it's a few things. If I was to nitpick, I wish it was a little bit more side missions that wasn't just fetch quests, but more so like how again the best example is the Man Bear Pig quest where you get a whole, you know what I'm saying, like you got to do that, you get a dope ass weapon for it. I wish what I found myself doing was I found myself like, as far as the whole power system, I found myself like I never had no real like want to go with any of the other powers once I found what best works for me, because I found I had my whole good build set, and I never really had like any desire to really change it up, because with the artifacts that I had and the DNA thing that I had, I just felt like the rest of the powers was like why bother? I wish it was a way where, like in other RPG games, that your powers change the higher you level up. Speaking of leveling up, once you get to a certain hero rank, you just don't get shit for ranking up, which is kind of retarded. Like I think once you get like rank 8, they don't give you anything at all for ranking up.
You mean like the epic slots and all of that?
Yeah, once you get them all, it just don't give you anything for ranking up. It just improves your hero rank, which is, I think, is a little bit retarded. The story, but going to the story, it was a good story. I think this story was better than the last story. It was definitely funny. And since I beat it, and most people are towards the end, so I'm saying I think my favorite part was shit, the whole game. Yeah, it's just good. IGN 10 out of 10. I'm done.
All right, let me go ahead and read these donations before we end the show here. Ricky funny as hell. He sees. I ain't even. Eli dropped 2 donations. The first time he said he taking $2K to GameStop for crack money, and then he asked if we heard the new R. Kelly and Bill Cosby song called "Sleepy." What? Shout out to Eli. Yo, what's wrong with you, man?
Yo, this nigga Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky, you so savage.
I'm gonna read the comments in a second. Keneal Harding said, "All right, motherfuckers, we back in here. Another donation. Now, shout out to GMG. Been rocking with the ball one since 2011 NCCU freshman days. #BEB. Yo, thank you, bro. It's a long time."
You said BBC?
Nah, he ain't say the BBC.
Whoa.
Nah.
Never mind. Playing work.
Is it?
Yeah, playing work time. Let's experience it.
Tasod SP, what, YouTube? Tasod SP? How y'all pronounce that? How would you pronounce that? Here, let me put in the cause I already messed your name up, but I want to make sure I ain't messing it up in a way that nobody else would. How would y'all say that?
Frento
YouTube. Thank you, yo. Ricky thicker than a cold ball. Oh,
Tough spot.
he said Ricky thicker than a cold ball of oatmeal.
Yo, I don't know how you say that, bro. Toast toss. Toast toss.
Frento.
Frento.
Mortal 486 said, "Respect microtransactions. Paying $60 for a game, yet want infinite updates, infinite multiplayer servers forever. Offer $60. Yeah, that's how we had it.
How you just drop a South Park walkthrough video just now? Clutch. Lit.
It was
For real.
it was scheduled for 8. You see how I did that?
That's
For
fucking
real, like I
clean.
got the Twitter notification
So-
and everything.
I think we should go ahead and get these outros out the way.
Yo, can we talk about Paul Pierce for a minute?
What
I
do
did not know
Paul
what that
Pierce
man said.
What'd he do?
That is, yo, whoever's man's is this, yo, he got to go, brother.
What he do?
Listen, I know chasing
one of
the
them.
no pause movement, but listen here, brother. This man, Paul Pierce, came on national TV and said, I like Embiid, but he just giving us a little taste of it. I want the whole load.
Yo, hold on.
Whose man's
He
is
did
this,
say
bro?
that.
Like,
Whoa.
yo, whose man's is this, bro?
Whoa.
He said that. He said, man, just give me the whole load. I'm like,
He
oh.
said, just give me the whole
Wait a
load,
minute.
B. Ooh. That's how y'all Celtics players get down?
He
That's
said
what happens when you retire your jersey.
he said that, yeah.
He
Yeah.
said, no, he's like, no,
Yeah,
man,
he
Ain't no
that.
suspect as fuck. That
no, but
shit.
the way he said, he just gives me a taste like, man, just give me the whole load, man. I'm like,
He ain't even say it with no like hesitation.
bro. I'll never forget.
He said it
that,
with a straight face too.
Yo,
What the
I
fuck?
know-
Straight face,
that,
outed it like nothing.
that
like
picture
And-
that he
and then-
that tweeted at Paul Pierce a long time ago, where Caitlyn Jenner, he was looking at her ass, bro. And he had that ooh, and I was like, yo, this man gotta go, bro.
Wow.
My man said he in his early 20s.
He
Why he start off like that though?
okay, that was a little disturbing. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm out the movement, but some shit is just disturbing.
Yo, hold on. I didn't even put it in the proper context. That man said we just getting a taste of him. I'm tired of me just getting a taste of him. I want the whole load.
but he said it with like, he was like, man, I just,
Dog, he
That's
said
the
it.
whole load. I'm like,
yo, he was waiting, bro.
That's wow, that's
That's a
let's go ahead and get the outro. He talking about
that's
man.
a bust up
Um,
shit right there. Yo.
Quentin, go ahead. Let's get your outros, man.
Yo,
Let's
it's
get the
White Boy
outro.
Q, bro.
White Boy Q.
I-
White Boy Q,
I
baby. My bad,
I
White Boy.
appreciate you. You good, bro? I appreciate you for having me. I thank y'all for getting me on. I do wish to come back. I hope I get the chance to.
Yeah.
This was fun. As I've told the people, everybody here in the podcast, y'all know what I'm dealing with. But
Yeah.
thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem. Barry.
Oh man, I'm glad to be on again. Hopefully I'm gonna be on again this week. Listen, man, that's how we do it. 4-1, Blood Squad, gang.
What I found was that when I found your outro, I found
Yo.
and then I found.
Now he said, yo, but the game's good because, like, when I found it, yeah, it was good because the game, I found it.
Ricky,
I like
go,
it.
Go ahead with your outro. I want to find your outro.
yo, chill. I just want to see them do their thing. But nah, listen. Nah, but this is a good podcast. Everybody was talking, man. Make sure you guys follow Quentin, man, on Twitter and whatever social media he has, man. He's the Robert Bowling of Twitter. I swear to God.
Oh my
he
gosh.
keeps promise. Ain't no more last stand with this man, yo. So make sure you guys follow him and everybody else in the panel. I'm actually gonna be live streaming UT, Chase, whoever else got a PS4. Y'all down, Barry? Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm down to play with you.
I got a guest coming over. I'll probably
oh.
hang out in the Discord though after.
You got a
I know,
guest?
Yeah.
I just want to say this, yo.
What's up with
I got my first solo win today. All right, I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, but hold
solo
up.
win.
What you found about it though? I'm
My
sorry.
mama
Yo,
beat
listen,
your
y'all.
ass.
I'll put the link in the chat for y'all. We gonna be trying to get dubs and shit. We out though, man.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching GMG episode 169.
On that one.
We out, man. Oh yeah, 1,000 likes. God damn it.
See, I wasn't bugging.